See if this is working. Put that, yeah. Alright. Let's see, we'll put that there. Alright. Got Mendez in the house. What's happening? It's going to take a minute here, make sure everything's working just exactly right. Hey, MJ, what's happening? Got Paul in the house. Logan, what's happening? Okay. Give me 1 second here, 1 second. Do you get free stuff if you sync you? No, you go to hell. I would not do that under any circumstance. Hey, none, what's happening? FLR. What's the best way of grinding the French battleships? Just playing them, really. I don't know. I guess I don't know what you're asking. Got David in the house. How's the day going? Just getting started here. Yeah, doing pretty good, MJ. Okay, we got J-Ski. I think I got everything going here. Stylo's in the house. Alright. Let's see here. It's not... Kind of got everything done, looks like. I do got some Soviets to work on, though. Let's see here. Oh. Daily doubloons. What the fuck is this? Wait a second. Huh? Do I play World of Warships Legends on a daily basis? Get a doubloon subscription to earn 70 doubloons for your first win of the day every day for 30 days. 400 doubloons off the bat. After 30 days, you could earn up to 2,500. Note if you miss a day, you can't recover the doubloons for that day. I think they're counting on you like catching the coronavirus here, so you missed 2 weeks worth of playing. That's kind of interesting. What's up, Snafu? Salty, what's happening? Tips on playing the Russian DDs? We can check them out. I mean, I've got a video on all of them through the Minsk. Still working on the Tashkent. So there's some tips in those, of course. Got JT, Russian battleships. Yeah, we'll get into those. Did I get to play the Prince Eugen? No, I haven't. They don't give us any ship that we have to earn. Well, the campaign ships, we normally get them for a week. And then they take them away. Those free XP ones, thus far, they haven't given us any of those. So, as you can see, I got 181k. It's going to take a while. There's probably going to be a different ship in there by the time I actually get that amount. So whether I'll ever play it or not, time will tell. Minsk is usable. There's just no reason to use it. Yeah. This is kind of interesting here. I mean, I wonder what you have to do to get a win. Or wait, no, all you have to do is get one win a day and then you make it back up. So you're just wagering that nothing's going to come up to stop you from getting this. 2,500. So you like double your... This is better than the fucking stock market. That is very interesting. I don't really see a reason not to do that. I mean, all you got to do is get one win a day, which shouldn't be that hard. Working or die. Mission where you invest doubloons and get some milk. Yeah, it's kind of strange. It's a trap. 2,500 is enough for a campaign. So yeah, I mean that's a good way to look at it. You could say it's half off the campaign entry fee. Here we got an insignia for $3,000. That's a little out of my price range. Do some stream sniping. You have the prints. You like it? Hey, it's Cal. What's going on? Alright, well, let's play some, I guess we're going to just kind of bounce around. You guys can let me know what you think you want to see. This one I'm pretty much ground out. By the time the Ismail comes up, I got to get like 11k XP. That's not a problem with this thing. Sign up, however the fuck you say this one. Got a little work left to do on here. This ship's pretty damn good though. I like Sinop, so we can check that one out. And then Tashkent. Oops. Let's see where we're at here. So I got a little ways to go on this one. Let's see what we got here. Alright. Before we get rolling here, I do want to give a shout out. We do have a couple new members this week. Kevin Boulder and Bang Boots, I was going to say Bang Boats. Both joined since the last stream. Thank you guys for becoming members. Appreciate that a lot. The members are kind of the backbone of the channel, so appreciate everyone that is able to join. If you do want to become a member, there's the join button by the subscribe button under the videos. Only won like 10 games out of 50. Eesh. Yeah, that's that would be frustrating. Hey, Spartan's in the house. What's going on? Would I want the Graf Zeppelin in the game? No, I don't want any carriers until... I don't want any carriers as presently constituted. Is that one win a day in standard AI or both? I would guess probably both. It's a good question, though. I mean, I think what's going on... I don't know anything about this, but I think their ranking in like the PlayStation Store and stuff like that probably goes up and down depending on how often people are logging in and stuff. So like they get 1 point for every time you log into the game, let's say, and then the most popular games obviously get promoted more, then more people download it, and then, you know, that's how you make money with a free game. So that would be my guess. Is the purpose behind that just to make sure everyone's joining every day for a month? Hey, Ruslan got to tune in the stream. Nice. You think the Hipper's the best tier 7 cruiser? There's a lot of Hipper fans out there. It's not my personal favorite, but it's not a bad ship. Rank 2 to 3 games. End of the stream. Maybe. We'll see how it's going. I've been having a fair amount of success. Let's take a look here. 76% so far. I've just been playing T61. So we'll see how the player base is playing. CNAP. Hey, Todd's in the house. U.S. Army tanker. Alright, thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate that. Yeah, let's jump into the CNAP here since had a couple requests, and that's a fun one. By the Aurora. I kind of, much to none's delight, now that they have a tier 2 promotion orders mission every week, I was forced to play this the Smith, which is my only tier 2. But I don't know. If I get stuck playing that every week, then maybe I'll get good at it. And then when none requests it, then we'll actually have a game where I don't die within 2 seconds. Any idea why Wargaming doesn't want to buff the secondaries? I don't think they necessarily don't want to. I just don't think they have yet. I'd be more surprised if they don't do that eventually than if they did do it. Alright, we got Hood, Normandy, Fuso, Pear, Myoko, Pensacola, Nuremberg, a lot of... And just a Gnievi. That's a pretty good lineup here to be on a battleship. Boy Nishinaiza, listen to this man. It's going well, Spartan. How are you doing today? Eugen's hipper, just better like the Bismarck equals Tirpitz. Yeah, I think... I've heard some people say they like the hipper better. I think the Eugen has better Citadel armor, and then some people are saying that might cause it to actually have more shells stick into it. Whether that's true or not, I haven't really looked into it too much. Got one win out of 11. Oh god. Hopefully it isn't that brutal out there today. Alright. Mike, Greg, what's happening? Conomer's in the house. Rob? Alright, what do we got here? Pensacola. I would love to Higan his ass right off the bat. Looks like we got to get Nevi and C, so we're not going to get the ambush. Hopefully these guys can kill him. Not that it's not a standard DD that you got to be terrified of in terms of torp threats, but those Russian destroyers, if they get it in their mind, suicide torpedo, they can do it, assuming they have enough health. Devil's lettuce and some salty T-bowl action. I haven't been salty quite yet. I mean, this is just the first game, so it usually takes about half a game for the salt levels to start rising. Alright, I don't know what this guy's doing. He's going to come around or not. You can see I got a pretty low range on this thing. I think it's about 13 something or other. What we want to do is find people in the roughly 11-kilometer range. I mean, there's no accuracy on this thing whatsoever, and these are the results at 12. That's a fairly decent grouping. But you'll see, like, if this Pensacola comes around at 10-5, he's going to regret. What is behind him? Alright, we gotta tighten up this angle or we're gonna get blasted. So that's at a 10.1, and look at that. Ooh. Luckily for him, he just started backing up. Now we're pushing too far forward here. It's already... I'm already committing major mistakes that are gonna get me salty. Alright. Let's see here. Let's see if we can whip it over that thing or not. Oh shit, my boy. Ramita! Anyone here that play the Nagato often? There's probably someone out there. I haven't played the Nagato for a little while. Where did that Pensacola go now? Oh, Scheisen. Looks like that Normandy over there got a hold of the side. That's a bit of an issue. Yeah, we can see our coverage down there. We just got this lone Fubuki, and if he's not gonna push those DDs back, they're just gonna start farming us in the left-hand side there. Not gonna work as a strategy for us. We don't want to be taking those shots. This guy's starting and stopping, thinking he's gonna do. Oh shit! Thinking he's gonna juke my shots, but that ain't gonna work. All right, so we're just gonna back the thing up here. Just become less of a main focus for everyone. If we don't get blown away. Alright, now we're unspotted. Let's just let them come up with something else that's occupying their attention for a moment. As of right now, this doesn't look like it's going to be a high-scoring game. But we can, if we can stay alive, we need to deal with the hood and the Fuso. You can see I don't actually have the range mod on here yet, so our detectability is actually bigger than our firing range. Now, I put that on as the last mod just because I don't want to be shooting a lot of shots at really long range, just because they're not. We'll see. Get out of the fucking way, man. Are you serious? You know, the longer you get, the less viable the shots are. Look at how big the map is, and he just had to be right where I was. USSR BBs seem to be super OP, and they're pretty good. I haven't played the Tier 5, which people are saying is kind of the dud of the line. The Ismail, I think it's called. And of course, Vladivostok, or whatever Tier 7 is. Haven't played those. Tier 4 is really damn good. This one's pretty damn good. Tier 3 is pretty damn good. The premium Nikolai is pretty damn good. They're really good, I should say, so. Yeah, I mean, it's an effective line. Anyone else getting pissed that they haven't changed the spotting? Oh. Yeah, I forgot that they were going to change the spotting. But did it not go through? Frankly, I haven't really noticed any changes. Yeah, let's get rid of this guy while we're at it here. Oh, dead. Alright. Wasn't horrible. A little overextended there, so that kind of was a dicey start. What is this? Never seen this one. A bunny with a bomb. Or a torpedo, probably. I have not seen that one that I recall. I don't know if they're still making new insignias. I mean, obviously there's some for like campaign rewards and stuff, but had a game in the Iowa. Yeah, I haven't played the Iowa for a while either. Let's play the Tashkent. At least need to get a daily win on this thing. So, the interesting thing about this ship, I haven't upgraded, I just got the hull so far, but you can put on torps that are longer than 4 cam. These end up being 8 cam if you put the mod on. Damage goes way down, and speed is cut down by 10 kilometers, which is, that's a huge difference. The interesting thing about these destroyers, and, you know, if you actually get someone in your torp range, the torps are really fast and they're pretty hard hitting, so if you can ever actually get them in action, they're good. But these, looks like we'll be able to stealth torp. Got Benjamin Lopez join in, becoming a member. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support of the channel. Those of you guys that are members that are either on my Discord or not on the Discord, I should say, if you're on the Discord but not set up there as a member, you can just send me a PM and just tell me your YouTube name, and then I'll get you set up as a member on there. Oh. Little Jerry. So anyway, thank you very much, Benjamin. Appreciate that. And then, let's see. I mean, this is probably the one I'd put on next, just because I'm still thinking the guns are going to reign supreme. And then range. So, I mean, there's 4 really helpful upgrades on this ship. And I think when you get them all on there, it should be a pretty decent boat. But Tier 6, Tier 7, when they're stock, you're at such a disadvantage, because there's a lot of stat categories that you're basically negative 10% on. So, how would I rate destroyers are Tier 7 from worst to best? I don't know. They're all really damn good. I mean, I don't have an opinion on the Tashkent yet. Haven't played it enough. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could answer that question, to be honest with you. I think they're all really good in their own right. Gotta play the Iowa. Yeah, we can fire that one up. I probably have the least powered up Sims from someone who's been playing since the alpha. But he is slated to be upgraded on my upgrade depth chart within the next 3 or 4 weeks. Alright, what do we got here? Asashio, Kagero, 2 Atlantas, Jesus. And I got a feeling my team is not in the mood to shoot radar cruisers. They're just not striking me as like kind of a bunch. So, we'll see though. Hey Battlestar, what's happening? Selected nation voice. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. I don't know, because sometimes you get commands that come through the map, or you know, your teammates are spamming shit, and their stuff is altered. I thought it would just be for your experience, but some of them just have the normal announcer voice, you know. So unless those are all American ships, I don't know how it works. Maybe if you turn it off, then it goes, all the commands are the normal shit. I kind of like it though, because I can't understand any of these words, so I don't get triggered by oh fuck, Rody spotted. I don't get triggered by my teammates as readily. At least not. Oh fuck. Oh, Jean Bart shooting HE from the back line. That's a good sign. I'm content to stay here and spot a little bit if they're actually going to shoot some of these guys, but here's this fucker. Sashio. The problem is I got this cruiser to the left here. I didn't see what it was, but if that thing wasn't that close, I would just fucking bum rush this thing. But he's got a cruiser right about there, and then he's got that one back in that island chain right there. So this is what I was talking about in my video yesterday, about getting too far forward. Especially being in Atlanta back here. That's HE again. What the fuck? Alright. I can't leave these guys, even though I want to, because I don't think they're worthy of protecting. But this is Sashio. The minute he sees that I'm gone, I'm just going to come up here and nuke both of these guys. But if they're not going to help me help them, i.e. kill these radar cruisers, then it's a Mogami too. I don't want to fuck with that. You know, if you're a battleship and you want to have a destroyer who looks like he's going to stay near you, you need to kill the cruisers that are threatening that thing. Like, as soon as these cruisers are dead back here, I will wrangle that Asashio to the ground and just strangle him to death. And if he doesn't hit me with a torp, then he's definitely going to die. But until we back that Atlanta off in the Mogami. Oh, you little shit. And then he has the nerve to pop out of there. Alright. I didn't see what we incapacitated. Could have been the engine. Yeah, like this guy back here is saying, Comodizzo Luke. If Tactic was here and he heard me speak in German, he would get triggered. Alright, so, yeah, he's obviously going to outspot me. If I had max concealment, he would still be outspotting me, so... Now we got this fucker. Not looking at me yet, but... Tracking down the Sasashio, if he's not trying to push towards us, is going to be it's going to be tough, you know. I'm kind of trying to bait him into thinking he's got an opening to rush these battleships. Most of these destroyer players just can't help themselves. Oh, there he is. You know, if you give them just even a little bit of a window to go towards a battleship, that's all they think about in life. Fucking hell. No. Alright. I need to buy one of those Will Smith mind wiper things from whatever movie that was and just flash you guys. Didn't realize I was streaming. What's up, James? I'll get back. Oh, I'll get back in German. Alright, let's see if this fucker's gonna... He might have stopped right behind the island here. Nope. He did a good job getting away from me. Alright, so this is kind of the problem. Like, this thing should be killing me right now. I don't know why he's not. But if this Sasashio is worth his weight in coal even, or if he knows what he's doing and even at all, he can keep me permanently lit here. As soon as I get around this island, I'm going to try and smoke and disengage. There he is, you little fucker. That probably just cost me my life, but I really want to shoot this motherfucker. Now, even if I reduce my concealment by 10%, he'd still be spotting me. So, I don't know. I mean, the problem is we don't have a cruiser over here that can help me blap him. I still have the Atlanta, the Megami, the same ships that have been preventing me from really dealing with that thing the entire game. And I do not think these guys have shot at them. I mean, they're sitting there spamming HE. Alright. So, I think they're on their own. I mean, obviously now we can no longer push that thing. This is probably the decision I should have made 5 minutes ago. I don't know what the fuck they've been doing. They clearly have not sunk those guys. Anyways. Tashkent's stock grind looks painful. Yeah, it's... Any tier 7 stock grind's pretty bad. These guys... Alright, so the guy gets on the base, and then they start pissing their pants running away, like... They do not even pretend to try to win the game. Anyway. Men in Black, yeah. Tashkent's the free kill. That's... In that situation, there's just not a lot I could do there. You can get it humming, it's just... It's not as versatile. The problem with these Russian destroyers is they don't work in all situations. Now, not every ship is going to work in all situations, but... A fucking Atlanta, man. These guys, the game is over half over, and this guy hasn't taken a single ounce of damage. I just forgot it. Shoot him once or twice before we're dead. If possible. Come on. Yeah, it's not really impressed with this team, to be honest with you. He's set it, Ivan. About to start the Vanguard stock grind. It's been a long time since I played that one stock. I mean, all the ships are going to get a lot better when you get the hull upgraded. You know, you get your HP boost and the rudder shift. And then once in a while there's something else that changes as well, but rudder shift is usually the most noticeable upgrade in terms of how the ship actually plays. Alright, well, that one didn't go too well. I guess we got bust out in Iowa. We haven't played that guy for a while. I saw the worst fucking Jean Bart game I've ever seen. The guy literally put it in reverse at the start of the match and never went forward the entirety of the match. It was on Trident, and he was half a grid away from the back line by the time they finished him off. Like, my jaw was on the floor. Are your DDs or not DD fighters? I don't know, man. Sometimes they are. If the Asashio does what he's doing there, which was sailing away from me, then you can't really deal with that situation. But a lot of times the destroyers are going to come at you head on, and in that case, I think they can fuck them up pretty easily. But I understand what you're saying. Like, if the enemy destroyer desires to counter the destroyer, they can very easily do so. Almost 10k, yeah. I'm not saying it was a good game on my part either, but I just... Next time those fucking guys are just going to sit in the back like that, I'm just going to leave them from the start, and the Asashio can mop them up, because it's not going to... It doesn't behoove me to sit back there pinned down by two cruisers that I can't get past. And that's just... That's the one thing that I'm working on in this game, or not the one thing, that's one of the things I'm working on. Just recognizing the situation as it exists in reality, rather than how you wish it existed, and then playing to how it actually exists. Like, those guys, I couldn't go forward, so I just needed to go somewhere else, even though I don't like abandoning sides like that that early in the match, but that was my only option, so that's where the real bad decision making was. Why is this guy going so slow? Oops. Oof. There's the Atlanta. Woo! You want more? This guy does not seem to mind. I would turn off, dude, if I were you. Alright. Iowa. Man, I'd love to ding him up a little bit. Oh, shit. Did not think he was looking at me. Robin and Loxley. Nope. I might be able to hit that. Running out of room back here. Got to rank 1 a few days ago. Yeah, it's nice if you can do ranked early on, because the longer it goes, the more people that... Oh my god. The more people that are... liabilities, I guess is a good way to put it. They'll just gradually fail their way into the second bracket, you know, the tier 5 and up. And so if you can get ranked down early, it's gonna just be good for your sanity. Man, that was a wicked shot. Probably from this kebab over here. Hey, what's happening, Heck? Hey, Ben. Alright, so this guy, usually the Iowas are going to run max range builds. I don't have mine max range, so these guys can probably outshoot me. Why I'm saying that is this thing can hit me. Oh.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
But I would like to shoot this fucking guy.
Get back!
Get back to where you once belong. Earlier the better, yeah. It's just... It gets grueling. But the shortened season is much better, I will say that. I mean, I started off in like 9 or 10, I can't remember, just because I didn't go that far. But getting to 4, I mean, I've only had to win... I've only played like 20 games or so. 17 games, maybe. This guy does not want to do anything in terms of protecting himself. Goof! I ain't complaining. I'm just saying. I got a DD escort? I do. What a gentleman. Wow, a Minsk. That just puts a little smile on my face. Alright, let's see if we can get this fucking guy. Oh. Well, let's see if that one hits. That would be... Spotting plane on the PC would help with that shot. I got him once. The spotter plane, if you haven't watched the PC, it like puts your aim like up to here, but it's more of an above view, so you can kind of shoot over mountains a little easier. Alright. I'm not seeing a lot of threats to our team winning here. I don't know if it's worth trying to go over to A. Uh-oh, here we go. Is this guy beaching again? No. I should shoot him, but I want to kill one of these fucking things. Yeah, I might actually get roasted here.
The ship is on fire.
Let's see if this works or not. Let's see if we get away with this. Nope. Come on. Alright. Now our DD escort ran for the hills. Iowa. No. Oh my god. Come on, return the favor. We're definitely dead. It's just the question of does he die as well or not. Yes! Suck it!
Problem solved, sir. We destroyed an enemy battleship.
Alright. Someone shoot the fucking Atlanta! God damn. We'll take it though. It's a little early for me to be dying, but let's see how the team's health is looking. Bismarck, that's not backline. Kagero got his ass kicked. Hipper, Indy, oh no. That's a pretty fragile flank over there. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty bad. I mean, if they kill that other Iowa... Oh, both the Iowas are down low. Yeah, that could go either way. Are the Alabama's guns as good? No, I don't think they are. Spartan, if he's still around, could answer better than I could, though. He's definitely got a lot more games in those two ships than I do. But I think caliber-wise, I want to say they're the same. I guess we could look. But I think they're different shells or something. 406. 406. Yeah, so I mean on paper, at least the stats we have available, they look the same, but I don't think they are. Alright. Let's get some recommendations here. Not seeing any problems. Get to be any problem. Yeah. Well, that was the problem. I didn't see him. He was unspotted. No, I probably just wasn't paying attention. Anyone else having trouble getting Russian battleship? I don't. It's just random. You know. That's kind of the nature of those crates. So I wouldn't. Keep in mind, you know, you're 4 weeks away from getting them unlocked for free. So if you can just be a little bit patient. Le terrible. KGV T61. I got like a lot of T61 games from ranked. I'll probably end up putting at least one video up, so might have you hold off for those. 200 frames per second. Or feet per second. Yeah, it's probably some velocity thing. Sounds about right. King George. Ooh, a Tago. He knows if he says a Tago, I can't resist. Look at this Hellsinger. I was like scrolling by and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Let's play the Nagato. Someone was asking about that one earlier. See if this thing's worth a damn these days or not. Shorter caliber or shorter barrels. Shorter caliber barrels. Bismarck, Jesus, come on. Hipper we could maybe do. Still love the insane he got from the KGV. Yeah, that was the biggest drop in subscribers I've ever had by a long shot. I don't think we'll probably see a ferocious T-bomb of that caliber anytime soon. Maybe on stream if I ever get really excited, but... Hey Parker, what's happening? Martel. Oh yeah. This Japanese commentator guy is fucking great. Alright, so we got King George, Arizona, Fuso, Indy. And a Budona. They actually have 2 radars. We have 2 radars. Interesting. Alright. Not horrible. Akatsuki is really the only ship that we need to be really concerned about. Oh, not the real Spartan. I was gonna say his icon looks a little different. Whatever. Same name. Close enough. What's the range over here? Yeah, let's try that and see what happens. Oh boy. Does he dodge? No, but 2 overpens. Alright, what do we got here? King George. Nuremberg. Oh, look at him. He's shooting AP. That's a really good way to piss me off there, God Slave 1977. That will work like a charm. Oof. Looks like he turned in just at the last moment. He's going for the cap. Ooh. shoot at here? Supposed to shoot the Indy if we can. Man, I got a lot of attention going on. Whoa, that was way behind. What? Oh, he disappeared. I was like... Alright, this is a lot of attention. Taking a lot of damage, which I don't mind, but... Eventually these are going to start stinging a little bit. Come on. Yeah, the Nagato's dispersion is kind of randomized. You really never know what you're going to get. Oh, that guy's got the Memorial Day Arizona camo. If I could work on any of the warships. I don't know. That's a good question. One I've never considered. Definitely not the Pittsburgh. What's the difference between the Nagato and Amagi? The Amagi... Well, I think that the Amagi is a turtleback. I don't know if the Nagato does. But... I don't know, the guns on the Amagi used to be a lot better. And then they kind of... Woof! They both got nerfed at the same time a while ago. There we go. The Nagato's got the longest range in the game, I believe. But... I don't know, I mean they're similar ships. I still think the Magi's just probably more reliable, probably a little bit more durable. They both play, all the Japanese battleships play pretty similarly to each other. It's our Nurnberg from earlier. Let's see if those hip fires hit or not. The hip fires are more accurate than the fucking aim shots. Complaining about Nagato nerf. Yeah, I don't know why they did. I mean, frankly, I don't know why they nerfed either of those Japanese battleships. That was bizarre. They nerfed the Iowa, and then they were kind of like, well, we're not really sure the Iowa needs a nerf. When it, I mean, the problem with their stats, if that's how they're going to run the game, is there were so many bad Iowa players. They're kind of like, it was the John Bart of its era, you know, so all the scrubs were in it. Doesn't mean everyone who played it was bad, don't get me wrong, but there were a lot of bad Iowa players balancing out the stats. So on their spreadsheets, it looked like, it's kind of an average ship. And then I'd think like the Amagi, it was better players tended to play it. And then I think that's why the stats were skewed a little bit. But, I mean, a good Iowa player, that was the scariest shit back in the day. There was just so many bad Iowa players that just, they kicked it in reverse, then they went and made dinner and came back. Why have you stolen someone's name? You have no personality of your own. Yeah, I don't know why you should be using someone's gamer tag or YouTube name. Especially someone with some cachet like Spartan. Probably reconsider your actions. Alright, King George. Oh! Woof! What the fuck was that? Oh, it must have been the King George. I was gonna say that the Indianapolis does not have a fire chance like that. Man, this guy is not fucking around. The announcer. Oh boy. That looks pretty juicy to me. Come on, game. That looked real juicy. Alright, we'll angle against Fuso. We'll kill the King George. Beautiful. It's just, everything's looking up. German Hydro is definitely better than the British. And they're both nice lines of DDs. I'm assuming you're talking about the DDs. Yeah, for tier 6, I'm pondering what to do for ranks. I think I'll do like a ranked preview video for tier 6. Since a lot of people have been asking about it. But how to rank the destroyers is kind of an interesting question for me. Ah! That might have actually been a little high. I don't know if he would have hit that. Probably would have got him with like 1 or 2 shots. Oh, I haven't forgotten about you. Don't worry. So this is one of these interesting games where we're up 3 ships, about to be up 4 ships, and we could very easily lose this game, you know. If that destroyer kills the battleship there, kills the other destroyer. And he's a full health Akatsuki. He's gonna nuke the Bayern for sure. Benson needs to be way up his ass. I mean, if he torps the Benson, kills the Bayern, prevents us from flipping B, I mean, it's just one of those things where if you're gonna concede 3 caps from the start of the game, you're gonna have a hard time winning it. Doesn't matter how many ships you kill. Of course, you got the Benson, not to be unexpected there. Oh, you is dead, bitch. Oh my. Yeah, we dinged him up pretty good. Which gun's knocked out? Looks like that middle turret. Oh, he didn't like that. Let's see what you got. Give me some return fire, baby. Yeah, we're actually down in the score right now. By a lot. Ooh, he got the Akatsuki, alright. Oh, that should seal the deal then. But too dicey for having a 3-ship lead. Way too dicey. You know, just don't concede those caps. Come on, nah. There we go. Have a feeling the Synop's going to be nuts and ranked. Ah, that's, yeah. I mean, I got to get that upgraded. It's a pretty damn good ship if you play it properly. Yeah, that right there was the Nagato in a nutshell. I mean, some volleys you're going to be kind of all over the place. Some of them dangerous, very dangerous. I do like the Japanese battleships more than I think the average man on the street does. Maz seems really good. Maz is kind of where I'm leaning towards putting the top money. The Biscuits in contention, the Jervis. I don't know. We'll see how those chips fall. Need a good Higan. I don't think I've had a Dev Strike yet today, have I? Alright, what do we want? The Higan's only come when there's a Dev Strike. I can't just pull it out of thin air. Oh, the Martel, yes. KGV, okay. Let's play the Martel, then the KGV. Mix up the classes a little bit. I still don't think I like my Martel build. Let's see. Oh, I did increase the range last time. Historically, I've done the lower reload. But that puts the ship at a fairly close range. Let's try it again like this. I'm still trying to decide how I want to run it. Rue. Okay. Let's just try that. Playing ranked? Yeah, I'm on rank 4 so far. I only try and play it in like maybe 1 rank a day, 1 or 1.5. Because usually, if you play it when you're fresh, you can get a few wins, and then by the time the salt begins to corrode your brain, then you can just kind of hang it up. Scharnhorst. Starting to focus on the German DDs. Yeah, the Von Spee or Bay debate is as old as man-time. Man-time? Mankind. It's a tale as old as time. I don't know. I mean, I run it with Bay. I run it as kind of a DD killer. That happens to have good torps. I actually put a Tago on there as the inspiration, so... Killer torps, killer guns. Yarabate Kamos. KMG's DDs. Oh, the Kriegsmarine. If you're asking about Bay, my setup is Atago and Swirsky. Alright, what do we got here? Do we got a spotter? Why are you behind the island, spotty man? Right, so normally they're going to start coming up around here, or if the spotter does a good job, you can catch them back there as well. These shells should have no problem going over this island. So it just depends on, A, can this guy actually spot, and B, can he do so without getting himself killed? We're getting spotted from over here. This is where the DD should be. If you can spawn your DD and put it right on this wing here, that's where you're going to get the best action. The problem is now he's got to cross here. He's got this island blocking him behind him, so he can't disengage comfortably. And he's going to get spotted by whatever that thing is eventually. And if he's over here, I can support him. I can shoot at that ship. If they have a fight back here, I can't support him. So that's why I don't like that position all that... Whoops. Jerky. That's why I don't like that position. Engine's busted. Oh, that Gneisenau back there can fuck me up. Oh, come on. This guy's actually gonna get away with this because I can't aim. Fuck! That sucks, man. There we go. I was hoping that was gonna spot him. This guy's in the smoke cloud, fuck. If you get started on fire, your detection goes up. I can't remember if it's 10% or 20%, but usually you're gonna get detected again if you just dropped off detection. But this Jervis was not spotting at that point in time, so... Oh dear. Last thing I want is that Vanguard tickling me in the side. What the fuck are you doing, man? Jesus Christ. David Gray coming in hot. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Great donation, great advice. Everything's great about that. Thank you very much, David. Appreciate that. So I think I'm actually stuck here now. The guy shoved me into the fucking... Jesus. No comment. Yeah, we need to kill this thing. Jervis is attempting to die, trying to kill him, so... Ideally, we could help him. Sashi's actually doing a really good job dodging here. Mr. Name. Oh, Kevin, yeah. I'll give you a bit of a shout out at the beginning, but I do appreciate you becoming a member. Not enough lead. The French cruiser guns, I always forget how slow they are. Kind of takes a game to warm up with them. Ah, this guy wants me dead, maybe? I haven't hit a fucking shot the entire game here. What is going on? A man is no one. Little Game of Thrones reference. Thanks for subbing to the channel. Alright, this Vanguard is very troublesome. It's actually going to cause us to abandon this side. Let's see if we can get out of this one. I doubt it. Oh boy. Give you a little tap since you're... This might actually hit him. He's sped up since we launched, I think, but I think we might get a couple. Come on. Big money. There you go. No floods. Come on. Kevin coming in hot with the 2 spot. Oh my heavens. Thank you very much, Kevin. Appreciate that. Well, if we can get 1 or 2 more salvos, we'll just get our HP and damage. This side is thoroughly collapsed, but basically our goal over here is to slow these guys down. Oh my heavens. Try not to die in the process. Way too close to these things. I guess I should have gotten out of there from that Vanguard earlier. So, now this isn't a capture the base mode where that strategy is actually important, slowing them down. But functionally, a lot of players will play it as this is... They'll play it the same as capture the base. You can see they've overloaded A again. Now they only have 4 ships. I think they had 5 over here. No, the Sashio's still alive. I don't know. Anyway, if they put more ships on your side than you have, then you can either run away and try and fight them again, or you can try and slow them down while your team hopefully does something positive. Doesn't look like we're going to win that one, though. Thank you, Kevin. Oh, thank you, David. Appreciate that. Benjamin for joining. Now your Nelson's irrelevant. Knew the Martel wouldn't last long. Oh, that's not a close range ship like that. That was a major problem getting that close. What is all this? I don't know where these damn blue containers keep coming from. Maybe it's the first win bonus or something. Alright. What else do we have? King Jowls, right? And you might notice I'm not spitting like a buffoon today. I'm actually 7 days into a chew quit. So, with a little luck, maybe it'll stick this time. But I am starting to fiend right now at the moment. So if I get extra crabby, that's probably why. Indy. You guys always request the Indy. That is probably my least favorite ship in the entire game. Either have bad opponents and think I'm good, or bad teams and think I'm bad. It's I think I was talking about it a little bit earlier. Like, if your team's not doing well, then you just have to play around them and kind of start using them as pawns for your own evil designs, i.e. meat shields. Scharnhorst? Alright. What did I play? King George, I think. There I got Gneisenau, Nagato, Bayern, York Shores, double Shores in the squad. Interesting. Might, I'm gonna load AP off the bat, see if I can catch one of these Shores broadside. Oh, I haven't actually played this England. I haven't played any British ships this week since the update. So So I haven't heard this goof. I've heard him over the radio, though. He sounds kind of funny. The problem with this British guy is there's more sayings under the Neptune's beard. So it's very intriguing for these people, and then they keep spamming it over and over again. Which annoys the crap out of me. What's my favorite tier to play? Mostly tier 7. They all have their pluses and minuses. Ah, fuck. Thought I could get that over. That didn't work. Man, they're both broadside, though. If I would have caught one of them, would have been glorious. And Tills of Veni. Just thanks for all your help. Well, thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate that. Alright. So let's think about this. We need you to spot. He drops a smoke and sits in it. I sincerely doubt he's being spotted by something over there. 2 Fubukis. I mean, they will outspot him by a little bit, but it's not like the Guide's massively visible, I don't believe. Alright, here we go. These guys don't give a fuck about anything. I actually did not get spotted there. I wonder what the smoke fire penalty is on this. Woofda! Penetration, baby. Strap yourself in. People confuse killing ships with winning games. Yes, very much so. Let's see if we can finish him off. Even though that other one's more broadside. If we can kill shores, though, that'd be nice. Oh. Fire. 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 Alright, what do we got here? How about you? We need a dev strike in our lives. Oh! Look at this Goomba. Got 2 cruisers, I think. Are you paying attention, guys? Apparently not. This guy's actually running away. They're both running away. Problem solved my ass. The problem was getting worse. What the fuck are they doing? Oh my god, we gotta go deal with this. I can smell the pee! The guy pissed his pants. Nuremberg can kick the living shit out of a Fubuki at will. Especially a solo Fubuki. You got fucking sonar. Now it smells like shit! He shit his pants! Both of these guys, are they in a division? No, they're just independently bad. Okay. Oh, this guy's gonna have to go do some laundry after this game. Well, we'll see if we can remove the throw. Looks like the Belfast is actually playing responsibly as well. Terrified! This guy is absolutely terrified. I feel bad for him. I mean, you shouldn't have to be that afraid in your day-to-day life. Butthead. Had a 49k HE. Oh, he gone? Nice. Oh, here we go. Looks like the Belfast has the situation under control. Oh, he busted his engine. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah. Alright, we bailed out Tweedledee and Tweedledum. About par for the course for the green team. Like, if you're a destroyer and you accidentally get that close to a German cruiser with that sonar that they deploy, the Nuremberg can pump out those HE shells like a madman. The Fubuki is the one who should have been shitting his pants. Those guys both turned and ran as fast as they could. Well, that's going to lower our score, but that's, I mean, that's a losable situation. If this Belfast doesn't come back to defend that, the Fubuki torps me, game over. You got a 5-ship lead and you lose that game? Inexcusable, man. That's horrible play by these two. If they're sitting back there, quote-unquote, guarding the base, and then the first sign of trouble, they leave the base. Like, why even load in the game? Just put the controller down, go outside and do something else with your life. Anyway. That was rather annoying. Very entertaining. I mean, maybe you guys think I'm being too harsh on those guys. I have no idea. I mean, that's just intentionally trying to lose the game. You know, I don't have any time for that. The Nuremberg being where he was the hardest counter to that Fubuki I could possibly imagine. Aside from maybe like an Atlanta or something. Like, the Fubuki really fucked up getting that close to that thing. And the guy just, both of them just turned tail and ran. Unbelievable. Yeah, David, you're exactly right. Yeah, it was a KGV one-shot. I had another one-shot on a DD the other day. I think it was, wonder if I have video of that or not. I think it was that Peter at Tier 4. The Peter Velicki or whatever his name is. Alright. What's up, Werman? Oh, we got over 200 viewers. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Hope everyone's weekend's going well. That'll probably be the end of us doing anything useful. We'll see if we can get over there. I mean, you can see kind of the problem with those guys abandoning that. You have to, as a responsible player, go back and defend. But that took us out of the game for the last 7 or 8 minutes. Just trying to cover those guys. So not only did it increase the chances of us losing by, you know, 200%, but, you know, you're just removing the Belfast, the King George V, you know, all these ships got out of position. Just, if there was a bad play of the week section on my channel, that would be the bad play of the week this week. And trust me, I've seen some bad plays this week, but not harsh. Smell fear. One shot the DDs. Yeah, the Nelson, the King George. Any of these British battleships, if you get them with an HE load. Just got a 3D printer. Yeah, those things sound pretty fun. Got to level 2 ranked. Nice. Yeah, my advice, just take a little break then. Don't push it. Alright. So if you try and push it too hard, that's when you start giving yourself pressure, then you start playing a little tense. Things can go sour pretty quickly. At least in my experience. Alright, well, not horrible. That was interesting, to say the least. Two Brothers is very, very, very interesting all the time. Whatever you guys call him for, Scharnhorst? Let's try it out. Wait a second. Victory bonus. How do you check this victory bonus? That's where we're getting all these crates from. Huh, interesting. Otago, yes. Start 3D printing me a new controller. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need one here in the next few weeks. Sad things are going to get a win. I mean, well, no, they're definitely not going to learn. And I think they both were live at the end, so they're probably thinking to themselves, that was a hell of a game. Yeah, what do we got? 2 7s. Iowa, Alabama, Baltimore, Edinburgh, Atlanta, Shores. Shores has radar, right? So every fucking cruiser has a radar, potentially. Might want to play over on the flank here. So it is in New Orleans. Sean Delfell. I'm the king of butchering people's names, but thank you very much for becoming a member. Appreciate that quite a bit. Thank you, Sean. You duel the Scharnhorst and your Tirpitz any day. Yeah, the Scharnhorst is... I don't think I want to fight a Tirpitz. Shiplamlin. Dash it all. You guys probably haven't heard these commands before. If you do this thing right here. Hilarious. I mean, I couldn't understand that one, but Stylo and a couple other people probably thought it was hilarious. But those American ones, just it's really funny if they just keep doing it over and over and over again. That's when the comedic gold, really comes out of nowhere. Alright, so what's... maybe we can rush this Iowa. I don't know. They have no DDs, and their cruisers don't have torps. I say we go for it. Come on. Plus we can wreck this Baltimore if we get into close range. Yes. What in the fuck is shooting me back there? Looks like, maybe the Atlanta. I don't think so, though. It's not coming down vertically. The golden showers. Come on. This guy's an angle. Oh, it is an Atlanta. You little shit. I'm being really fucking aggressive here, and I'm missing shots. I don't think I can overmatch this Baltimore. This is gonna be a really short fucking Scharnhorst game. Sorry for those of you that were looking forward to this. No, can't even fucking overmatch that nose. We'll play this one again later, if you remind me. Suppose we could torp him. I mean, that thing can do 5, 6, 7K per salvo. Horrible. Golden showers. Yeah, I didn't think it was the Atlantic because the shells were coming in pretty horizontally, but anyway, I outplayed myself there. We'll never talk about that one again. 20 years away. What am I playing in rank this season? T61. What's up, Bodie? We were winning until that game. That was just a disaster of my own making. Noob, yes. This is actually my 10th game that I've ever played. No, that was my 11th game. What's your screen name, Richard? I'll put you on my kill list. Kevin! Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Lil Pete, what's up? Thank you very much, Kevin. I think we got a few new members already. Play the Richelieu. Baltimore guns are good. I mean, that's the AP from that range. He could expect 5 to 10k per salvo, no problem. Even nose end, just the front two, the 2/3 of his firepower. But, you know, once I committed to the bid, I just went for it. Sometimes you just gotta... Sometimes you just gotta go for it, man. CNAP, yes. Bad play. No, I'm not going to disagree with you there. Very bad play. CNAP. Yes, we could play that one more. That's one of the two I'm grinding right now, so I would like to get a few games in on that. How do the Russian AP shells perform in the cruisers? Depends on which one you're in. The Kirov, the Molotov, the AP's deadly. Budione, it's pretty good. Once you get into more of the light cruisers, tier 6, tier 7, very good at closer range, but longer range, you're going to be primarily shooting HE. My God. Alright. No destroyers again. Kind of interesting. I don't think the blind torps are really necessary if there aren't destroyers, but why I launch those is because in the angle I'm going to be in, I can't launch the front launcher rearward. So if there's a ship that pops up and I think, you know, like if he was in range there, then I'd launch these. But just because I was taking the launcher out of play manually, just by my positioning, then it doesn't hurt to launch them. I think a high torpedo... Jesus, why do I have AP? A high torpedo accuracy in your stats is a bad stat to have, in my opinion. I mean, if... You know, it's a fine line. Yeah, you want to be able to hit the torps for shots that you're able to line up, but... If you have like a 25% torp accuracy or something like that, you're just not torping nearly as much. Or you got aimbot on or something. Sometimes you gotta own the suck. Yeah, well, I'll definitely own that last game. It was about as bad of a Sharnar's game as you could play. Not afraid to admit it. I mean, normally if I'm analyzing my shit well, then you'll see the full spectrum of how it should go down. Like, initially you'll be really pissed, you'll start blaming your teammates. Like, this motherfucker, if only he would have done this. And then, if you're trying to actually improve, and you're thinking about your game for a second, then you'd be like, oh, wait a second, why was I that far forward? I was getting in a crossfire, or whatever. In that game, I mean, I did the opposite of a John Bart player. I actually hit it forward and just full charged in Iowa, Baltimore, Atlanta, and a battleship in the back. So I was taking on a 1v4 in a Scharnhorst, which is like the dumbest fucking play you can possibly make. So didn't take a lot of deep analysis to diagnose that game there, but you know. Anyway, just got the Amagi. Ooh. I mean, the Amagi's not as good as it used to be, but it's not bad, that's for sure. Alright, so this looks like a fairly passive game here. Let's see if we can bomb this guy. Come on. Ah! No DDs on this map is not ideal. Now we might get blown out of the water. He shot back. Oh, we're dead. That really sucks. That was undeserved. So there's another example here. We're not going to be able to launch this torp because what I want to do is kite away from these 5. So it's not a reliable shot there. That one we can actually aim. But just getting them down there is not going to be a bad play, you know. Jay coming in. Carriers win. Yes. Any day now. It was funny, they put out a post or something saying, like, basically saying, stop asking us, like, we have no intention of putting carriers in anytime soon. That would be the funniest part of that job, the community manager's jobs. Just every fucking thing they post. They're like, today's George Dewey's birthday. Let's all wish him a happy birthday. And then it's like 20 comments. I need aircraft carriers! I wanted to blast this with AP, but it's not going to happen. Dumb perhaps, but quite common for the Sharn. I mean, the Scharnhorst you can push in, don't get me wrong. It's just not in that situation. Because the Baltimore was nose in. I couldn't deal with him, obviously. I mean, I maybe hit him with a torp, but I think he even dodged that not well-aimed torp salvo that I put his way. But shooting at his hull, as I demonstrated, I mean, I tried it just to confirm my suspicions, but we could not damage him there, so I was going to be relegated to shoot in him with the superstructure. So the Baltimore alone, just based on his positioning, would have been a problem. Not counting Iowa, Atlanta, the Atlanta I was going to have a hard time dealing with. It was just, this situation spiraled out of control very, very, very quickly. So, but the next campaign will be for Russian premium. That's good. I have no idea. I don't think they've given any hints, have they? Let's see here. Who do we want to shoot? And here's our nice concealment. We have the option to kind of just choose who we want to engage. I'm actually going to try and let this guy get within the torp range. He's slowing down. But looks like they're all shooting the Scharnhorst. Let's do it! Probably should have sped up a little bit before we started shooting. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. I'm actually gonna stop shooting here and see if we can get away from this situation. I mean, he's yelling at me. I would very easily be yelling at him as well. Yeah, that's 5k damage because that guy hit me. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. I kind of need to get these torps down just because they're very quickly kicking the shit out of us, so that's why we're... Normally I wouldn't spend that much... God damn it. Spend that much time trying to get those down. The Megami's torps are way more valuable in kiting situations than the Atago. The Atago's torps are better for if battleships are rushing you from the front. Conomer upgrades to William Sims. Thank you very much. I think I need to do a Sims video here in the next day or so. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, Conomer. Alright. Anyway, I mean, we gotta start playing a little bit risky here. I've got 4 ships. This one's potentially a crossfire. So if that Iowa looks at me, we can die very quickly. But we gotta do something here. I mean, the game is about over. So, fortunately, it was so passive in the beginning that not a lot was going on, but they actually moved forward, and now they've completely flanked our team, so... Oops. Oh, this guy's barely moving. Come on. It's kind of weird situations today. That would be a nice torp shot if we had him. Alright. Prince. Do I even have any... I'm like asking for help. There's no one left alive over here. Fuck you. Like trying to decide how slow to play this, because he's gonna burn down here, but he's also getting capture points right now. Not that we really have much of a chance to win, but... Oh, and he put the fire out. You know, the longer he's on the cap, the harder it is to win, obviously. A lot of crossfires over there. So what I don't want to do right now is push into the middle of the map, because then we're going to get these guys on one side and these guys on the other. I think it's already too late to avoid doing that. But, I mean, there's 2 ships left. They're obviously going to start focusing me pretty aggressively here. So, not a lot we can do. There, the Prince. Kill this guy. Yeah, that's... It's never really got off the ground this game. I don't know why. The team was just kind of dead before it started. Let's see if we can survive. I'm gonna shoot this guy. Anytime you shoot at him, he starts thinking, alright, he's focused on me. You know, it's more likely to dodge the torps. Whereas if we just leave him his own device, he's probably still going to dodge them, but the odds go up a little bit. So daisy. Got 1. 12k, I mean, that's not a bad torp if you can hit it. Yeah, like the Megami would have 2 torps to launch per side, and I can actually kill these very easily with the torps on a Megami. Got 45 seconds there. It's just becoming very hard to angle against both of these guys. Oh, fuck. We've doubled our damage since the game had been over. Sooner or later, this guy's gonna hit me. Or will he? The guy's actually trying to prevent me from resetting him. He's worried about the outcome. Oh boy. Fuck you. Yeah, in that situation where you're kiting away, the Megami reigned supreme over this one. I just wasn't... Due to where they were, I couldn't fishtail back and forth and get... We could have potentially got 2 sets of torps on those guys by flipping the back end back and forth, but it was going to be... It was very risky to do that. Nah, what do you want me to do? Otago's good torps for aggressive play. I mean, the Otago, they come out the front. That's the main difference. It's really nice if you got, like, if you're hunkered down behind an island or something and then someone rushes you. In a situation where they're coming from the front, the Megami can't protect itself with the torps in that situation, whereas the Otago can. So you got a little bit more flexibility in terms of what you can do, but the Megami Otago kiting away like that is kind of its preferred modus operandi, and if you're in those situations, the Megami torps are actually better. Mayoko could be a good pick for rank. Yeah, definitely. Might be the best cruiser tier 6. What's the mistake that teammates do that annoy me more than most? Oh, God. Probably DD's not spotting properly. Being the Sharnors for tier 6 ranked. Oh, the terrible. You've been asking for the terrible, or people have been? I guess we could bust it out. I'm trying to figure out where to put this ship for ranked. I just... Not having the smoke makes it hard to rank it really high, but... if you can play it well, you can play it well, you know? Do I think Wargaming should increase the amount of green XP for a premium ship? No. No, those free XP ships are kind of end-game, long-term grinds. I think there's too many... The Jean Bart required 20 games per week to get, and it's like... half the people that play that are completely worthless. I mean, tier 7 to me is supposed to be the quote-unquote competitive tier, and it's clearly not. You can make a case that the gameplay is actually better at lower tiers a lot of times. Yeah, I got 2 Budones. No, it's just something to work for. I mean, if you're spending your green XP on ship upgrades, then you're not going to get those ships. But if you can control yourself, then you'll just gradually get it over time. Especially right now with these first win bonuses. I think the 1-year anniversary or whatever they're doing. Seems like there's a lot of green XP coming out of those. Ogami is 71 kilometer or knots per hour torps.
Capture that area.
Yeah, I mean, well, even those Otago torps you saw, that was a vicious shot. 12k torps. It's better than most destroyer torps. I mean, I think the world record damage, at least last time I heard, it was in the Megami, and I guarantee you he had multiple huge torp strikes on battleships that were just kind of sailing around. In addition to, you can get 150k just using HE shells and that thing. Major problem with this ship is there's no twist and track option, which I think is a massive disadvantage. It's nice looking, yeah. It's a pretty cool ship. I'm by no means a French destroyer specialist, or I keep evaluating my builds on these and then changing them, and then it's kind of hard until the whole line actually comes out to see what you can do with them. That didn't work. $1,400. Tier 7's aneurysm inducing. But yeah, Tier 6 ranked will be very interesting. Tier 6 has the most variety of ships. Alright. But... And there are a lot of interesting kind of roles for them to play. So how you would rank them as this one being better than that one could be difficult. Man, this thing turned... What the fuck is going on here? My whole team is in the middle. They completely ran away from A, and they're all sitting over here now. I couldn't even get my guns around to reset in time. No, couldn't get them off. Alright, well this is already looking like a loss. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It just throws me off my game mentally when this shit happens. There's a Minsk. This guy's coming in hot. There's a lot going on over here. Oops. Fuck! These fucking teammates are stacked all over me today. Oh, this is gonna be worse than the Scharnhorst. We're getting proxy spotted by this thing. Now we're getting sonared by this. Oh, the Budione's got his radar going. Jesus. And now they're just going all the way to the other end of the fucking map. They spawned above A to get to D. Talk about aneurysm inducing. I don't know what the fuck is going on with these people. Yeah, we just gotta get out of here, apparently. What's up, Pete? How you doing? Clowns to the left to me, jokers to the right. Yeah. Seriously. I mean, place your bets. I cannot see a possible way to win this. They'll have B wrapped up any moment now. And by the time these guys sailed, what do we got? We're 6 minutes in. They're almost getting to their initial destination, apparently. So the opening third of the game is the most important in terms of gaining a lead and doing damage. They completely conceded that. To what end, I have no idea. What imagined end. In their mind, they're thinking, oh god, if I can only get over to D, something's gonna happen. What that is, I have no idea. Because it makes no sense. Hey, Zarkun, what's happening? That DD's gone, yeah. Yeah, he kind of got ganged up. He accidentally sailed into these guys moving across the map for no reason. He was the one casualty of that strategy. You're seen now? What did you think? I banned you or something? Yeah, I don't know what... I'm just so thrown off my game. I have no idea what to do right now. Guess we need to stop this push, huh? I mean, my options are chase these two fucking ships to the nether reaches of the world, which is not a winning proposition. Or, I guess we gotta turn around and help these guys. Phone battery's dying, gotta run. Alright. See you, Zap. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you. Team's doing well compared to the one you had this morning. It's not the worst play we've seen so far, but there's no reason whatsoever to do what they're doing. I mean, I cannot come up with one good reason to abandon A and then go to D. Because obviously they got A for free. Now they're getting B essentially for free. I'm going to try and torp this guy, but I'm going to be in a close range situation with him where I can't disengage with this guy. If I don't hit him with the torps, which is likely, you know, hitting people torps is not a surefire thing, then I'm going to die. But yeah, I can't even get over here to reset this guy quick enough. It just bothers me when your team's like, alright, I guarantee we're going to lose this game at the drop of the puck, you know, like... Nothing that just happened made any sense whatsoever. Anyway, what can you do?
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Do I have the synop? Yeah. Could play that one again. Is he gonna dodge those? Oh, I thought he was backed up. He was pointing the opposite way than I thought he was. I launched one to where he was going, then one where he was at, because I thought he was pointing that way, and then he was going to attempt to back up, and those three at least would have hit him. Chill, recenter, play a nice Milwaukee game. That's actually a good piece of advice. Yeah, you kind of gotta... The problem with this game, and a lot of games like it, is you can get kind of ticked off, and then it just gets worse and worse pretty quickly. Maybe we'll bust out the Milwaukee. Alright. I mean, you can easily look at my score and say, what the fuck did you do this game, Chief? You know, I get that, but it's... I initially was going to try and guard the center for anything leaking through there. Nothing leaked through except for that Minsk, really. Then my next backup plan was to support A, but the people capturing A were already halfway across the world. You know, so then we had to leave. Alright, let's see if we can do this or not. It's close enough I should be able to hit this AP in here, I think. These guns, if you can get them working, are nasty. I just don't know how effective the AP is on these French DDs yet. Boudione is not necessarily the easiest ship to Citadel. Alright. Let's see if those torps hit him or not. A little too close to let him get away with busting my engine. Come on, baby! Ah! Wasn't a bad dodge. Clearly we're gonna die here. The weird thing about the Terrible is it doesn't have that extra side torp. It has one central torp and then one per side, so sometimes you can catch people off guard, even if they're aware of the ship. It's just kind of bizarre. You don't see that timing very often, so I think he turned out after we launched those, so he probably is going to dodge them anyways, but most players aren't going to expect that follow-up salvo. Yeah, I think he got away from those. He's going back around that way. Whatever. Alright. Is he shooting AP? I didn't notice that. I think he was shooting HE. Yeah, it's just about what I would expect that game with that deployment. Yeah, let's go down. Let's go down to the depths. I'm too green. I don't have enough experience for these high tier strategies. I just don't know how to play around them. Fried potatoes, baked potatoes, hot potatoes. Next round, play the Richie. Yeah, we can maybe get that. Upcoming Russian DD, Leningrad. 8 cam torps, that's interesting. So I don't have the 8 cams yet on my Tashkent. But looking at the stats, I mean, they're 55 knotters, which is pretty damn slow. So I think they're going to be more useful for, number one, torping people that are trying to kite you, but mostly for like zoning areas. You know. 55 knots, it takes them so long to get there that's a long time for the enemy to make any slight movement. Yeah, what do we got here? Kamikaze. First shot was AP, then he switched. Yeah, it could have been. It didn't take me very long to lose interest in that last game. How's the controller doing? This one's only about a week old, so it's holding up so far. The one previous to that, I think the guy... I was telling people last time, I think the guy... Like, GameStop has this thing that I just discovered where if you put like a $10 deposit down, they'll just replace any controller that's damaged. But I'm pretty sure the first time I cashed that in, the guy gave me the same controller back because I didn't play it for a couple days and it already had a drift in it when I started getting it going, so... That didn't work. And then I called him trying to get him to exchange the controller again. Just mainly, not even... charging $10 because it was defective either way. But they're like, nah, we're not taking returns now, so had to go to Target. Just straight up buy one. Which is a little disconcerting. Why is my... Seems like I'm missing a lot of shots today. Go. Rocketfish coming in hot. You do a nice job of maintaining the conversation with chat while playing. Yeah, I appreciate you appreciating that. It's, number one, it keeps it entertaining for me. That's why I like to stream personally, but it's a lot harder. Because just imagine playing and then looking away for half the time that you're playing. I mean, you're gonna miss a lot of shit. Take some wicked salvos that you shouldn't necessarily take. But that's what I choose to do voluntarily, so I'm not complaining about it. Anyway, I do my best. Alright, I don't know where the fuck these guys are since nobody's spotting over here. Guess we're abandoning the A again. This is the new strat. You see it here first. We break the new metas before they're widely known. Just abandon the caps, run away, pee your pants. These strategies are all in vogue right now. Suppose I better be wary of those torps because we don't know what launched them. There we go. Oof. Got him as he turned. How do you have the different languages? You go to the... There's a new controller or option right now. It's settings, sound... Wait. Yeah, voiceover mod, put national. It's pretty entertaining. And you don't have to listen to some rube spamming Neptune's beard every 5 seconds. I mean, if they're an American ship, you'll still hear it, but... Or British, I suppose. Or if you happen to speak the language, you know, obviously a lot of you guys speak a lot more languages than I do. Is there strat down at tier 3? I mean, normally the tier 3 players play better. For me, the teammates that I like the most are the most predictable, and so tier 7 people, either they're good and they know what they're doing, or they just sit in the back doing nothing. But these guys just tend to do roughly what you would expect them to do, so it's a little bit easier to play around these teammates. This guy. V-170 is like the hardest ship to hit in the game. Busted engine. Yeah, I suppose... I don't know what my sonar range is. I don't think it's quite that long. We'll go ahead and put those down there. Then we're going to deal with this guy over here. See, he thought I wasn't going to notice what he's doing. Come on. Had the AP loaded and hoping he was going to turn there. Old chap. Yeah, we actually didn't have to carry too hard this game, which is nice. Alright, what's he got for spotters? Surprisingly little. I'm just trying, I want to drop a smoke here, but I can't do it. If I block the Peter from seeing him, which I would currently, this guy would probably get in the smoke to cure up. I'm actually having a hard time getting this guy lined up for a smoke charge. But he does look inclined to sail in a straight line, which I do like to torp. 4 cam sonar for the Iwaki. Yeah, so I think that was about I think it was about 5 kilometers. Look at these fucking guys. Peter's not only gonna come in the smoke, but he's gonna actually jam me out of it. What a fucking freak. And I'm gonna take shots. Talk about next level asshole, Peter. That was really impressive. Oh, he's giving me a thumbs up. Fuck you. Smoky powder. The Peter is a ridiculous boat. Yeah, the Peter is damn good. Looking forward to this. Set a smoke screen in 5 different languages. I mean, it could be tough, because I guess you could figure it out if you... Oh, we can say it ourselves. Emakum hul. Really thick armor and guns that smack harder. Yeah, it's the Peter's damn good. I had a Kraken last night where I was just raging at my teammate. He literally did the exact opposite of every single thing he should have done, and we lost. Like, if you went back and rewatched the game, he would list, like, sequentially what the guy should do at this moment. And he, every single time, did the exact opposite. Unbelievable. Alright, I suppose we can kill this thing over here, the doogie. Love these big brains. Thank God it's not the current Peter. Nuclear-powered guided missile cruiser. That'll probably be an upgrade at some point once the Once the Russian bias starts getting balanced out by some other new lines, then they'll start putting nuclear warheads. Japanese commanders sound so pissed. He's pretty... Damn, we're not even close to this dude. Yeah, they're all very emotive. They're all like yelling into the mics and stuff. And then you got the guy that's supposed to be American being like, "Oh, Neptune's beard." Maybe he did it just to annoy me and it worked. Well, mission accomplished. Nice shot, Paita. Alright, well, we didn't do a whole lot there, but it wasn't bad. I mean, it's the reason I got mad at him is that he legitimately could have killed me. I'm 2 feet away from that Ishizuki broadside. You know, the Owaki's got a citadel that's the size of the entire ship. And then, why does the guy need to be in smoke? He's got a smoke fire penalty, so he's not going to accrue any benefit by being in there. Unless he just completely stops shooting. But why would he do that? So, I mean, there's no reason for him to be in there anyways. And then he jams me basically out of the smoke. And then the guy sees him. So he's shooting at the battleship that he can see, but I'm blocking the shots, so I'm taking the damage. It's like, I can go through a list of 10 things that was wrong with that, you know. Any word on the Italian ships are on PC? I think it's just cruisers, as far as I know. I mean, there's a couple oddballs here and there, but I think the only full line is the Italians. I don't know. I was watching some of the last King of the Sea missions or games, and you'd see the Italian cruiser in the mix. I don't know if Bodhi's still around. He's been playing some PC, but maybe he tried him out. A victory? I don't think we've been doing that bad, have we? It's just been it's been hard to win some of these games. Oh yeah, we are doing pretty bad. Just over 500. I mean, the Sharon Horst, 100% my fault. Tatago, what do you want me to do? Terrible. What do you want me to do? I mean, you're playing around these teams that just don't have any desire to win. Martel, we actually won. I didn't think we did very well there. Now, and if you got 1,500 as second to last place in your team, this is a decent team right here. You got 4 guys over 2,000. So even though we kind of shit the bed, that was the game where we were trying to hold that north-west corner. Slowed them down a little bit, but we were too close to the enemies. We couldn't stop them. But, I mean, if you got second to last place in your team is 1,300, I mean, you're probably going to win that game every time, so we'll take a carry from our team. Nagato, we just played that one. You were blocking the shots, there's your answer. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's doing what I'm recommending doing, which is treating your team as pylons or meat shields, but I wouldn't actively go that out of the way to fuck him over. What do we want to see here? The kid. Ooh, that's not a bad option. Where'd it go? Yeah, we haven't busted out the kid for a little while. It'll be interesting to see how the kid holds up now that we got the Russian DDs. And some of the Russian cruisers and stuff. I think it's going to make the kid's job a little bit harder. It used to be the bully on the block when it came to DDs. You could just go kick the door in, you know, hands up, motherfucker, and then just start shooting. And usually get away with it. But I think the balance changed a little bit. I do have a Budione. I mean, it's still a potent ship to deal with for a destroyer v destroyer type of fight.
General quarters.
Alright, what do we got? Mayhan, Akatsuki, Moss, Jervis. So 1v1, I'm not afraid of any of those, but there's a decent chance they got 2 destroyers. Especially since we're not spotting anything else. Now, I think we'd be in range to see any cruisers, unless they got up over here very quickly, but I don't know if they could. So we probably have 2 DDs over here. Go ahead and get those. Oh, no, here's a Mayoko. Interesting. So that's one I don't want to be rushing too aggressively in on.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
I'm back into the cap here. I don't know. We have to assume the 3rd ship is a DD, but we got 2 DDs on A. Probably 1 on B since they have 2 ships spotted there, and probably 1 on C since they have 2 ships spotted here. Looks like the destroyer probably swung over here for some reason, which is kind of an interesting opening move. I don't know if it's an effective opening move or not. We'll find out. I guess we probably could have capped this already pretty safely. I just didn't know if this guy was going to rush in or not. Those guys don't look like they're in the moods to support us. I mean, just shoot the fucking guy till he leaves, please. Alright, so what I gotta do now is go back to prevent this battleship from getting nuked by the Jervis, but I'd like to get the cap first. And this thing is providing a lot of support. I don't want that thing to be opening up on me while trying to fight a Jervis. Alright. If you tell the kid the enemy DD is oil. Yeah, fuck off. Why don't you do something? Alright, so we'll find out if the Mayoko's supporting this guy or not pretty quickly. Why do I have AP loaded? God damn it. Yeah, this is not gonna work out for you, man. Just... Now, he does have an advantage here. He can smoke and then sonar. But... I mean, he's effectively dead right now. Oh, there he goes. So this... He might actually get away with this here. Oh, he's trying to fucking rush me. Interesting. That you're not going to get away with. And he's trying to single torp on the run. I mean... not, exactly how I would have played that. Yeah, we got our torps up. Yeah, I mean, that Jervis conceivably could have stayed in the smoke, had me sonar, and then shoot for free, essentially. Then it would have been up to me to potentially rush him, in which case he could have used those torps and probably killed me. I mean, there's ways to counter these American ships, especially for the Germans and the British. But he did not elect to do it. Alright. It's unfortunate I'm hitting this island. That might kill me. Whew. Thank God you can't aim there, Chief, or I'd be dead right now. Oh god. And he's gonna eat those. This is just not going your way. That was like worst case. Not only did it not fuck me up, which he should have been able to do. Alright. Clearly he's new to the game, so I'm not going to talk too much shit. This guy has still not been dealt with. Why are we not dealing with this ship, guys? Okay, let's evaluate here. We got one more DD going in towards B, probably. My usefulness over here is at an end. I mean, they got the Fuso. If they don't want to deal with this Megami or Mayoka or whatever it is, then whatever. I can't deal with them. Jervis could have easily killed you if you'd played it right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the advantage shifts over to those two, the Germans, the British with the sonar, smoke combos. Bing bong, as None calls it. You know, again, my two options would be rush him, which was high risk because he has torps ready to go, or disengage, which I guess would have been the smarter play, but whatever. So we've done our duty over here. We killed the DD, helped kill the Fuso. So let's see if we can find that other destroyer. Hamas.
Engine boost activated.
He's likely been playing since beta. Yeah, you're not wrong. There's a free shot. We might as well take it. Got an extra 0 damage. All right. See if this guy's gonna sail in a straight line. We can actually AP this guy to death here. Oh, he angled. Fuck you. Now we actually need this AO to do something, because this guy is going to spot me any second now. Guess we better get going. It's not a ship I want to be dueling close range, but this guy has had 8 minutes to kill him and hasn't done so, so... Not inclined to think he's about to start now. There we go. There we go. That was pretty easy. Yeah, another pretty decent performance by a team, looks like. They did a good job at B. This guy. What he thought he was going to accomplish over there at that point, I have no idea. Hey, Luis. Kid looks fun. Yeah, Kid is a lot of fun. It's held up well. I mean, it's the ultimate destroyer killer. You got to heal, which we didn't even have to bust open. But that kind of turns the tide in a lot of situations. You know, it's got the Benson... It's got a Fletcher hull. It's got good AA. Not that it's too important at the moment, but killer guns. I mean, there's not a lot wrong with the ship. The only weakness, obviously, you got one torp launcher, which has about a 2-minute reload on it. So you can get into situations where if they rush you and you can't deal with it because of the torps not being there. I mean, that Mayoko close range, if he wanted to kill me, he probably could have done so, but... Doubting you'll buy this DD? Yeah. It's not for everyone. There's a lot of people that buy it and then they don't understand how to play a destroyer without torps. Which, now that we have the Soviets, I guess you kind of, if you want to play that line a lot, you gotta figure it out. But it's a pure gunboat, just like the Soviets, just like the low-tier Americans. There's really not a torp option there. One shot at a Benson and a KGV, nice, yeah. That's those. There's not enough respect in a lot of players, destroyer players. The King George, the Nelson. These are ships that can and will absolutely mess you up. But yeah, look at the arcs on these compared to the Soviet ballistics. A little bit more vertical. Praying for Roma to be a campaign. Yeah, it's, I don't know when to think we should expect to see the Italians. Kind of their preview of the year was they were going to introduce some new lines. Definitely was talking about the Soviets at least. But they said they'd fleshed out some lines that exist already. So I was thinking maybe American light cruisers, Japanese gunboats, French DDs could show up. British cruisers, were those this year or last year? I can't remember. Yeah, the British cruisers were the first thing they opened the year with, so they're plugging right along. I hope they don't get slowed down too much with the Wu flu. Russian destroyer AP the best. Yeah, it's. Oh, we got this. Crows. I think I'll stick with my big fish. Josh, thanks for subbing. Alright, what else do we want to see here? We could try, Haven't played the Warspite for a while. Oh, the Richie we keep getting requests for. Hey, Curbstone, what's up? Baltimore? Soviet ballistics on DDs is good range. Yeah, long range DDs. I mean, that's where you get it. Like, the kid would have a major problem with the Minsk if the Minsk was playing at long range, because you can see those shells from the kid playing, you know, the max range flight things. Very much harder to hit hitting the battleship that was just sitting there dead in the water. Not too difficult, but a destroyer that's actively trying to dodge. Whereas the Russian shells get there half as quick, you know, half the time, and then, you know, they're hard-hitting shells. I mean, those close range, I'd say advantage USN, long range advantage whatever the Russian Navy's called. Oh, the Monarch. It's not a bad. Oh, the Mutsuki. Sinop. Got 3 spicy-looking recommendations. The Wyoming. Haven't seen that one for a while. Alright, what are we playing here? Oh yeah, the Richelieu. Alright, whoops, I'm supposed to be going backwards. Hang on. You want to be positioned, you see that top left corner? Like the part outside of my blue line? That's where you want to be positioned in these French battleships. Just get as far away from the action as you possibly can get. Oh, again, you like it? I knew you were going to like it. Stylo's the premier German cruiser player. 9 times out of 10 whenever I've run into Stylo in the wild, he's been in a German cruiser. Have you tried a Hellsinger? Yeah, I got him up to 11 now, so I wasn't planning on boosting him quite yet, but I buckled down, and I think that's what I did last week's promotion orders. Alright, I'm trying to flank, but our DD appears to be abandoning the side for some unknown reason. Actually, he's still spotting. We got 2 DDs over here. I kind of need that guy to stay over here. Otherwise, we can get torped. Looks like he has no intention of doing that, though. So this could be a short game. We'll see what happens. Is it Richelieu a nerf shot bar? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of one way to look at it. Alright, so we do have a DD over here looking to torp us. And the only person capable of helping us is nowhere to be found. Surprise, surprise, he's trying to fucking torp a battleship. Sitting in the back, doing nothing. Why am I shocked about anything? Alright, so what are our options? We could charge forward to the DD, keep moving, hope to spot him, probably get torped and die. Or we could abandon the side, hope we don't get torped while doing so. Those are the options, neither of them preferable. But the Benson made that decision for us. We gotta do it, the Benson decides. Booster de la Matia, activate. The problem is getting out of here. We're far enough forward now that we might actually get wrecked. I mean, this thing, it's basically the hipper in terms of guns. It can definitely wreck us in the side if it decides to shoot at us. We gotta be broadside of this fucking whatever the destroyer is down here that's been looking to torp us. So, you know, I mean, there's a high probability of us dying within the next 2 minutes. But it is what it is. Oh, he's looking at me too. Fuck. Just keeps getting better and better. I thought I could get out of there before this guy returned fire, but... Oh, he's moving forward. And my shots are blocked the second they load. Great. What? I was reading the chat and that noise went off. I was surprised. Huygens declined to Turpitz. Yeah, this battleship that's coming out, I think it's Prince Friedrich Idol or something along those lines. I think it's dropping Monday. That one, from what I've heard, is pretty damn good. I think it's like an accurate German battleship, if you can imagine something along those lines. This fucking DD has had me lit the entire game. Gneisnow is doing a similar play that we did in the Scharnhorst. Yeah, we finally dropped it. So the DD is right about there. He briefly... Actually might be able to hit this broadside if I get over there. Fortunately, to do that, I'm going to have to be broadside myself. I don't think I'm going to be able to... He should be turning. Why the fuck aren't you turning? Oh, shit! It said blocked, so I thought I was going to hit that island. Alright, so... again, assuming we're going to get hit by this DD, wherever the fuck he is. The Benson's one job... Oh, it's the Akatsuki. The Benson's dead. Why is that surprising? I guess it's not the Akatsuki's job to hunt down whatever this thing is. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Oh, you little shit. I don't think I can pen this guy's nose, but we're going to have to test. 3 bounces, 1 shatter. The shatter probably caught the ship up a little bit. So this is actually going to be a very difficult situation. He can torp us. I really need this fucking guy to bail us out here. A little too aggressive on my positioning again. And this should surprise nobody. The guy got all the way to our backline, like he's in the base right now. Unchecked the entire route. Yeah, I can't deal with any of these fucking ships. Oh, here we go. My frustration meter is going way up, but... Ah! I still can't damage him. Yeah, this thing's a nasty little bugger. He can tort me whenever he wants. I need someone to fucking support me, but that's asking a lot. Let's fuck your guns up at least. Let's see if we can ram this guy and live. I don't think we can, but he's definitely gonna tort me. Motherfucker. Well played. Prince Idol is equal to the grass speed. Oh, the stream's skipping? Alright, thanks. Why it's skipping? I'm not seeing any... Alright. Let me know if that... Alright, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna shut it all the way down. See if that fixed it. Pay 10k doubloons to reset stream. Oh, did it start a whole new stream? Yeah, it's, I don't know why. Sometimes the video gets out of whack. Asking for support, they'll never come. Yeah. James, I was a little surprised there. I didn't recall that the Hipper had 2 launchers per side. I thought I could weather the 3 that he had and then ram them. It seems a little bizarre that that was my best option, but I mean the guy just got in like a growth, and I couldn't dislodge that guy whatsoever. I mean we couldn't damage him from the front. Richelieu's guns weren't big enough. I think what are the Richelieu's guns? 380s. I think the ones that are in the 400s could have punched through that like an Iowa or, you know, the bigger Cals. But, well played there. 305mm belt armor. That's better. Yeah, usually that fixes it. I don't know why. It's very bizarre because on my stream software, it has a report that says if something's going on, but it didn't show anything there. You'll donate a... Oh, the Mutsuki. I forgot about that one. Which one did I just pick? Oh, the C-Note. Yeah, the Mutsuki, and there was another good option, or there's another good recommendation right behind it. I can't remember. Yeah, 2 King Jouges. One of them's teamed up with a Fabuki. 2 Gneisenau's. One of them teamed up with a Benson. Atlanta. Not great. I mean, I wouldn't mind normally pushing this thing in fairly aggressively, but those Gneisenau's can really back that thing up. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Looks fine now? Alright, good. Oh, I bet you I could have upgraded the range. Clearly there's something there. I don't know why these 2 A man and a Benson can kick the crap out of anything except for the Atlanta. But man, I would be charging the living hell out of whatever's on A. Fubuki. Am I behind him? No. That's a fucking wicked shot right there. That hurt. But they do not finish him off, which is a major problem. We gotta launch the plane to see if there's torps coming, which we can assume there are. Rush the fucking guy. What's back there that they're scared of? Is it the Atlanta? That sucks. Fubuki is still on A. They're not even challenging. Oh my god. I cannot figure out what's going through these people's minds half the time. I think I might actually get fucked up because these guys are just being so passive back there. Come on, you dirty whore. What the fuck are you two doing? That is the Atlanta. Alright, I can't blame them for being scared of that, I guess. We're gonna get absolutely demolished, though, because of this shit. They can get behind this island here so the Atlanta can't counter them and deal with the guy. I understand not wanting to push the Atlanta. But that thing just literally fucked me up. For really no reason. And he got away yet again. Oh no, they got him. Very frustrated. These DDs, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's my fault for planning on counting on my teammates. I want to fuck this Atlanta up. Now they're sitting right in front of them, like... when they should be wary of this guy, they're not being. Trying to keep you alive, man. They're like straight up trying to duel this guy. I mean, this guy should not be shooting here. If he wants to spot for that Benson, I don't think this guy's got radar on. Why this guy keeps ramming me, I have no idea. Come on, let's go. Yeah, we took a lot of damage over here that I don't think we really needed to. Come on. I missed? No torp beats today. Point blank from that thing. Look at this little fuck. He's shooting at me. Like I'm not gonna fucking respond to what you're doing. Come on! God damn, I'm only got... two damage cons left. Now you can fucking shoot him, man. That Benson can gun that thing down in about 2 seconds. Instead he's gonna let me fucking fry. These DDs are not the most helpful. Let's just put it that way. But our days of trying to support them are over. There's no reason for us to be over there anymore. Get out of range of the Atlanta fairly easily. I don't think it's got too long of a range. Alright. Yeah, I think we're out of his range now. Oh, shit. Is that what you want to do with your life? King George Citadel very low underwater, so you can't really Citadel him from that range, but still getting decent shots. Wow. I'd have to actually shoot at this thing here. It's a risk because you can see how far open I had to get to this guy, but he wasn't paying attention to me. Expects you to just evaporate, yeah. I mean, yeah, if you want to evaluate that Fubuki play, I was too aggressively forward, and then I was kind of stopped in the water at that point, so it wasn't going to work out for me, but I was thinking, man, 2 fucking gunboats and a Fubuki that we blew off half of his health personally. That'd be a juicy fucking situation if I was in that Benson. I was asking a lot, though. Alright, let's see if... No, focus on your map, dude. You do not need to gun down the New Mexico. Jesus, these people... Oh, look at this fucker's back, surprisingly. Why would I possibly be surprised about that? Just shoot him once, man. All you gotta do is breathe on him. Where's the... Fuck. I want this guy dead. I don't think I can push far enough forward to get this guy. Plus he's torped. No. Alright. I think I just kind of threw this a little bit. Nice shot. So we talked about the upper nose not as armored as the lower nose. Can't remember which video we talked about that on, but if you aim at that position, you should be able to... That's kind of the weak spot of these Russian battleships. I can't zoom out enough. Let me see if I can pull it up on the game screen or whatever. Atlanta loves the content, yeah. Literally, the Benson could have killed that guy in 2 seconds worth of shooting. Alright. Let's take a look at the Peter. Come on. So I think it's the same on all these ships, but basically, no, we can't really look at it. So expect that you can see that horizontal line running about halfway up the ship. I think that if you hit the belt armor in the front, it's going to shatter every shell. If you hit up at the top, though, you know, below the turret, above the darker blue section, I believe they're all weaker armored up and down the line. And so if you got enough range, you can actually drop through those that section and hit the citadel. Or if you're closer range, you'll be hitting it more at a flat horizontal angle like this. But you can still knock out the guns behind it or still do some nice juicy damage. So that's kind of the weak point of these ones, as far as I've seen. I mean, if you got good aim and you can aim for spots on the nose, you can actually hit those semi-reliably. Gneisenau can't overmatch 25. I mean, that's why I'm thinking... Well, I don't know the numbers. He definitely overmatched me. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Doesn't the Bogatar have the best bow armor in the game? Probably. Alright, we got a Mutsu. Kind of the kamikaze's bastard little brother, or Mutsuki. And a pledge to donate $1 million if we get a gun kill with this, so. Get your checkbook out, Jay. This is actually a pretty good ship. I should check the stats. I mean, we got a Tago on top of that Hellsinger guy now. So I got twist and track on these Japanese things, but they're set up for torps. Other than that, Tago cuts down the visibility by over 1 kilometer. So, I mean, these are... And I don't know what the torp reload is on these. I think it's a bit longer. Like, I think the Tier 3 Isakaze has very quick torp reload. Kamikaze very quick. This one, it's probably still relatively quick, but just don't have a good way of looking until we launch them. I need help! Listen to this fucking... $1 billion, okay. Please work with Wargaming to come up with a solution to getting teammates motivated to play as a team. Most of my suggestions to them involve punishing new players that try and play high tiers, and those go over like a lead balloon. Like, to the point where they're probably extremely annoyed by me. And they wouldn't be popular solutions anyways, I mean, but I'm concerned with them making the new legendary tier and then just clogging it with a bunch of new players. Like, I want one competitive fucking tier in the game that it's reasonable to expect the person's played a few hundred games at the minimum. I'd prefer 1,000 personally, but that'll never happen. But in terms of encouraging team play, one way to do it would be to put the spotting damage on the screen. I think that would help a lot. How many launchers do I have? 2, right? Oh, shit. I did not want to be fighting a pod close range in this. What is my torp reload? Looks like about a minute. Why is this? Look at this emerald. He loaded in, he's like, let's think of the least productive thing I can possibly do. Let's spawn in the middle here to support C, and then we'll just go around this giant island where there's no chance in hell that we can possibly do anything. Why don't I have twist and track? No, I don't have the right commander on here, so... I was just about to say, we can use this twist and track to blind torp this guy. But we don't have twist and track because I didn't change the commander on this. So, I mean, we'll still try and blind torp, but it's not going to be as effective. A lot of times players play this little zone over here, but it doesn't look like he's in there. Either way, we gotta get the hell out of here. I mean, that's... If you want to pay me $1 billion to gun down a pod in the Mutsuki, that'd be a... that would actually be commensurate to the challenge. What's up, T-Man? How you doing? Don't think Nelson's armor works at all. Nelson's very lightly armored compared to a lot of battleships. I mean, it takes a lot of damage. Actually, I have no idea where that pod is. He knows where I am. Yeah, we're gonna... This one's not gonna last long at all. If that pod can't kill me in a close-range gunfight, then he's got bigger problems. I just straight up cannot win this. What we can do is maybe get some revenge. It'd be just fucking amazing if that emerald was over here shooting this thing. Oh, and he dodged the fucking torps. There goes $1 billion, asshole. Spotting ribbons would be nice. No, I think that would have actually encouraged the team play from the destroyer. That's getting back to my thought before I got sidetracked. Because that would alert people to the fact that they're actually getting rewarded for spotting. A lot of destroyers have no idea that if you're going to do one thing in a destroyer spot for your team, Yeah, that didn't work whatsoever. The pod is the hard counter to the Mutsuki. I'm actually surprised he did not hit those torps, though. They look decent on the screen. You can bounce the shots by anything. I'm not saying the Nelson's completely worthless, but the armor threshold, I think, is below a lot of the HE shells. So you can get burned down very quickly by that. Like a Kutuzov versus a Nelson. That's my favorite ship to shoot at, with the Kutuzov or something like that. Just because there's not a lot they can really do about it. You'll get lots of fires plus damage. Yeah, that was another dog shit game. I've had about 3 duds today, which is unfortunate. Let's play the Monarch. Salty was asking about that one. This one I haven't played enough yet, but I think so far it's pretty fun. Marblehead. Haven't played that guy for a while. Prince Eugen. As you can see, I'm about 600k XP short for that one, so might have to do that one another day. Saw the Marblehead at Seal Clubbing. I mean, the Marblehead can get one shot by a lot of the ships in the game, so... Alright, what do we got? Monarch, we got Iowa, Jean Bart, Bismarck, Colorado, Gneisenau, Hipper... Terrible. He must have bought that campaign out, or at least boosted some stages, because that red shield icon that Terrible's got isn't due to pop until this upcoming week, I believe. Try again later, the $1 billion will be waiting. Yeah, we can try it again. That was my main support ship, the Fiji or the Leander, whatever that thing was, decided to play the opposite end of the island. The battleship actually did shoot at that thing. I think he actually hit him, which was nice, but if you can't hit him with your torps, you're going to lose that fight against the pod 100 times out of 100. 99 out of 100. Oh, Hipper, my Hipper. I would love to fuck you up. Good concealment on this. You can see we can actually get away with turning here for a fair amount of the... Oh, he got away now. I mean, if you want to spec out one line for concealment, I think the Brits would be the one to do it, and then this ship on top of it. Wow. Has even better concealment than most of them do. Oh, and then he shoots back. That was cheeky. Cheeky Boston. Yeah, these guys are not cooperating with what I want to be doing. Then please play the Marblehead. Make up your bloomin' mind. Alright. Shoot the destroyer. Good heal on this thing. I think it's a super heal. So, part of the problem I have with the ship is using the heal too early. Let's try it about now and see what happens. So you only get 2 heals, but they're juicy heals, so if you accidentally use them too early... Oh, look out! Penetration, oh yeah. If you use them too early, then you're kind of taking a big chunk out of your ship's advantages. I got a few more commanders to level up, but soon thereafter I'm going to put Jellicoe up. Oh! I thought that guy was going to hit those torps. Jellicoe increases the heal duration. Takagi increases how much you can actually heal. So, non-healable damage Shuckle's probably the better one to have on these with the super heals. So you can get it running for another couple seconds probably, and then you get, you know, a couple thousand extra damage healed. This guy is getting away with a lot of bullshit that I'm really surprised he's able to get away with. This Benson is letting the guy fucking rush him. The shit you see in this game just ceases to shock you after a while because it's just consistently shocking. You get kind of desensitized, I guess. I mean, the Terrible's got good guns. I wouldn't want to necessarily fight it in a prolonged battle, but the Terrible was basically one shot to that guy. Could not be bothered to shoot him. Oh yeah. Spicy. Righto, chap. I bet you not have a dud of a game if you play the Turbits. That one's... I play that as aggressively as I played that Scharnhorst. Now, the Turpits, the Scharnhorst, those type of shits, Gneisenau, now they have a flow of the game, and if you get out of that flow, which means, I don't want to say passive early, but not nearly as aggressively as we saw on that Neighbors game that we played earlier. But if you can kind of remain subdued a little bit early on, then you can bust it out, especially if you can kill the destroyers. But there were no destroyers in that game, which is why I was a little over-eager. Look at this bloomin' marmot. I'm going to assume he's going to stop. That's why I shot there, but apparently he's not going to stop. I thought he'd stop and then poke and then pull forward. There we go. I mean, he did what I predicted. He just did it a little bit later than I thought he would, but that's why we have that aim point. Alright, so now we're in a crossfire situation. Not a lot of good targets to shoot at here. I might wait for this John Bart to shoot and then turn away here. I'm too far forward. Of course he's shooting at me. Why wouldn't he be? There we go. That's enough to heal now. I'd like to bust his guns if possible. I mean, the Monarch is on par with the Warspite when it comes to accuracy. Oh, shit. That Iowa could have really fucked me up. I was trying to kill the Iowa, but he rammed into this fucking guy and bounced off of him. Got some resets on him. I didn't look like we did any damage. I think they all bounced. Oh, hello, Governor. Let's see if he wants to fuck me up or if I want to fuck him up. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that one didn't go well. Yeah, the Monarch, though, if you don't have this one and you like BBs, I mean, I would strongly recommend this ship. The more and more I play it, the more and more I like it. What to do? We're spotted. I think if we put the fire out, we won't be spotted. Yeah, we can drop that down. You can see if you looked on the map there, the blue ring pulls in when you put that fire out. That's what we were talking about earlier. That'll allow me to reposition. You can see this guy's actually ripe to be shot at the moment. Oh, he's behind the island, but I can reposition kind of south of this Gneisenau. I'd like to be about here. Then we're going to create a crossfire. Or we could do the traditional play most people do and just park right next to this guy and not create a crossfire. Those are your two options. I'd recommend creating crossfires, but... Oops, where's my back guns? Damn it. I think they got pulled off right when I shot. Whoa! Yeah, we miss. And we don't really need to create the crossfire if the eye was gonna pull out broadside. It's just kind of creating it for us. Or my aim today has been somewhat suspect. Why do matches end prematurely? It's the score running out. I mean, you could have a match like that estuary game where it was over pretty much the second it began. I don't think that's what you're asking about. It's a mercy rule. Like, these guys lose for a battleship dying. You can see it says -60. So let's say they had 55 points on the board and we killed one of these battleships, then it would end because of the score. Alright, so this guy's pretty well angled. We learned that we bounced last time. But angled, we're going to shoot up there, and that should do it. Stole the kill, suck it, bitch. But yeah, if games end unexpectedly, it's usually it's called the mercy rule. It's that score going below 0. Alright, got the plane going so we can spot this old boy. Yeah, and aimed up because he's angled. Why not? Get 10k there. Would have bounced it had we not aimed up. Now, do I want to go around this island or not, is the question. Nah, he's angling towards me. So we're gonna move right up, you know, a kilometer this way. He's gonna angle towards me because I'm the close range threat to him. That's gonna give this guy perfect broadside, hopefully. That's the design play. So even by working on creating crossfires, even if you're not the one reaping the damage, you're still... Someone on your team has access. You can see right there, oh, he's shooting HEs, so... Maybe he identified this Colorado as a non-threat due to the poor shell selection. But we don't have that issue over here. Iowa steals it right back. Just had my dinner, died to win the $1 billion. No, I actually owe Jay $1 billion, which is unfortunate. I'm a little shy. Do I think people will look at the map someday? A lot of them no. But every day, more and more will. And that's... If you haven't noticed, I got my HUD boosted. Number one, it'll help you see the map more clear. But it actually reminds you, because you'll accidentally look at the map out of the peripheral vision. So everyone do this right now. Go to your settings, increase HUD size, enabled. Every single player in the game should have that on. There's zero... That's one thing that I think they actually listened to me for. I kept asking them over and over again, give us the option to increase the map size, and it'll help you. You can see we've been playing for, what, 3 hours? Haven't had any vision obscured whatsoever. Yeah, the Monarch. That's a fun ship. That's rising up my list of favorites. The more and more I play that one. Edinburgh. What to do. How about, let's put a Japanese destroyer in the water. I want to play it with the new commander, though. Here we got Hellsinger. So this guy is a pretty rare commander. He was a Halloween option, but you had to pay 5k doubloons. So most people didn't probably get this guy. Pretty interesting, though. He's got... This thing is kind of the highlight of the Torp build for Tanaka. I mean, Tanaka gets more Torp damage over here, which is nice, but it's not dispositive by any means. Same concealment, so we'll get 10% once we get him leveled up to 12. And then Twist and Track. Not only you get the Twist and Track indicator, which tells you the closest ship, nice to avoid those enemy DDs who are going to be hunting you down. But we get a turret traverse boost on these as well, and turret traverse is a problem for a lot of the Japanese. Then you get your engine boost, speed here. You could make an argument for this one, because the smokes, you're not supposed to stay in the smokes as an IJN. Maybe I should switch that over one of these days. And then here you get your extra engine boost, which I like to have quick deployments right off the beginning of the game. So very solid build. Really what you're... And it does have a unique perk, I should point out. Oops, where did it go? This one I was considering, at least tiers 5, 6, 7 that have the 10 cam torps. You can bump them down to 8 cam torps, cut down the reload, and then boost the damage. But here, we're losing the speed. We get 4 extra knots here. The main weakness of the Japanese destroyers is their long detection time. So we're going to make that even longer, easier to dodge. And the damage, I mean, the reload's actually shorter over here. So we're trading damage for torp speed, which the more torps you hit, the more damage you're going to get. These are just easier to dodge. So I don't like this less is more, even though I kind of wanted to try it out. But, yeah, so all we're giving up on Tanaka. Tanaka's not a bad commander. You get 3.25% damage here. It's probably about a 5% damage maxed. And then torp reload, 4%, 6%. Not bad. But kind of outweighed by the twist and track, in my opinion. So basically the same build as Tanaka, but the twist and track. Wonder what nation has the best torpedo boat after the Japanese. I mean, you can make a case that the Japanese don't have the best torpedoes. I mean, they have the hardest hitting for sure and the fastest in the water. But their visibility, we can take a look at it. So how you figure this out is you go to your torpedoes and then you multiply the torpedo speed by 2.6. So we can do this right now. And my detection right here, the 1.5 is way lower because I have a toggle, which cuts it down by 180. So that's basically 200 we could add to that. So we'll do it 200 and then we'll do it. So basically that would be 1.7. So 71, god damn it. 71 times 2.6, 184.6. So then we'll do 1,700 divided by, what did I just say? I don't know where my memory went, but it's been gone for years. 184.6 divided by 184.6. So unnerfed, these have a 9.21 reaction time, I think. 71 times 2.6, or not nerfed, buffed, I meant to say. Divided by 184. And then with the toggle perk, it's 8.12. So you get basically a full second reduction in the reaction time. So you're doing torpedo speed, 71 times 2.6, and that'll give you a number. Then you divide the torpedo detectability range by that number, and it's 1,500 is how you plug it into the calculator. So you do 1,500 divided by 284.6, I think it was, or whatever. 71 times 2.6 is... That's how you get these torp things. So the Japanese actually have the longest torpedo reaction out of all the destroyers. Usually the Americans have the lowest. So it's kind of... That's how they balance them out, because the American torps are the slowest in the water. Anyway. So if you factor in the... reaction time, which isn't a stat present in the game, you got to do some math, then you can start making a case. The German torps might be the best. They don't hit that hard, but they reload relatively quickly, have relatively long ranges, and very good reaction times. Or you can make the case the Americans, you like those. They're slow, they're harder to hit, obviously, but they basically pop up right on their screen right before they hit them. So if the ship doesn't take evasive maneuvers while the torps are in the range on the way to the target, then they're going to hit them, pretty much. So Japanese, very fast torps, but very high detectability. Usually 2 or 3 more seconds that they'll be on the player's screen to react to. What do we got? Akatsuki pair in a division. Fuck you guys. Lightning. Alright. So we'll see what these guys are doing. Bismarck. And what is this? New Orleans? Yeah. So we'll just try and spot early on. Maybe throw some zoning torps down there. Akatsuki's working together can be a bit of an issue, especially if they're good destroyer players. You want a T61? Well, T61's tier 5 on our version. But yeah, I've been dominating in rank this season with that. I think my win rate's like 75, give or take. Where are these DDs gonna come from? Let's do that. Right now I'm just seeing if we get DDs pushing into B. If they do and they happen to be on that line, they're gonna get hit hard. If they don't pop in over there though, we might try and get B. So we got 3 ships south of C, we got 2 south of A. So we know 1 destroyer is there. We do have 2 destroyers on B. Now whether they're going to play B or not, looks like they are. This is the Akatsuki duel. Shit. Yeah, this could be a bit of an issue here. We're going to have to use this torp reload actually. Since I don't have smoke, I can't really disengage here. Need my team to support, but if they're not going to shoot, I'm dead. It's just nothing we can do. Yeah, they're nowhere to be found. Gotta love a good 10-second game. This fucking guy has a shot at him. Just does not want to take it. So, we did a good job evaluating where they were, but not a good job of reacting to what they were doing. T-61's amazing for ranked. Yeah, it's a ship you can get stuff done in. Alright, so not only did we lose B, we didn't hit any of those fuckers, but we've lost 2/3 of our health, which is going to make us play a lot more conservative for the rest of the game. Assuming we can stay alive for longer than 2 seconds. So, thanks Jagoff for support. It just kind of makes me want to abandon this flank, because these are the 2 guys I spawn with. I don't want to give them any help. Whatever. We don't have to pout too bad about it. I mean, C does need a little bit of support anyways. Oops, a little wide on that second one. I think these guys might push in. They're shooting me. They've captured B now, and they want to kill me, so there's a reasonable chance they're going to come streaming right around there. I guess I can't really leave here because I need someone to support me. That opening play when you get fucked up in this thing when you have no smoke, it just kind of ruins the game. Nothing doing on those guys. Queue times are high. Yeah, you can sometimes have to wait 3, 4, or 5 minutes even. But my thing is, if you're good at DDs, like you're as good at as DDs as you are at any other class, then that's the one class in ranked. You need a good DD player to be on your team. And so for me, as long as I play smart and I don't get killed right off the bat, then I can usually 9 out of 10 times have the highest score. So even if we do lose, then, you know, I don't lose points. But yeah, I got 5 or 6 videos of T-61 saved up. Maybe I'll put out 1 or 2 next week. We'll talk about some ranked destroyer strategy or something. You were let down with the Fletcher? The Fletcher's pretty damn good, man. I mean, alright, he got the lightning. We might as well flip A. Just trying to figure out where these Akatsukis are. Fuck. There they are. So they might be coming around that gap there. Maybe we should have torped that one, but they're trying to zone the people capturing A, i.e. me. Oops, stay on there. Yeah, looks like they're going around. Well, no, we just flip back over here. This isn't the best ship to be capping in with no smoke. Maybe I just need to take this reload booster off. It's kind of fun when it works, but it kind of... There's a lot of cost to not having smoke. I mean, you saw when we were shooting that lightning over there. That could have gotten us killed. Trying to deal with these Akatsukis that are paired up could get us killed pretty easily. Alright. I bet you I could go get B, because these Akatsukis are over here trying to torp all my battleships. So my two options are I could try and spot these guys, but they can kill me pretty quickly, or I could just go flip B, which I think I'm going to go do that now. Since we got to play conservative due to our health situation. Getting those caps flipped might give us a slight chance. I don't think we're going to have any chance to win this anyways, but... Get some torps down in case those fuckers come by. Z23? Yeah, Z23 is awesome. Yeah, USDDs, if you're going to load on those, your main job, like Wayne just noted, is to kill other DDs. Like you saw that in the kid game that we had earlier. Just kick the crap out of that Icarus, or Jervis. Even though he had a chance to counter me with his smoke sonar, but... Had he done that, we would have just disengaged till he was no longer able to do that. Alright, so... Looks like we have... Our C flank is dead. So we're not going to be able to hold that. But if we can flip these caps and kill this Jean Bart while we're at it, I think we might have a slight chance at that point in time. The problem is, the guy, we know how reliable the New Orleans is. He's already demonstrated that to us. Especially when it comes to killing these Akatsukis. We really know how inclined he is to do that. So, he needs to be up here with these battleships protecting them from these torps. There you can see they're going to get torped every minute or so. There's going to be 9 more torps coming their way. Meanwhile, the New Orleans, his Dewey is raw from how badly he's buffing. Oh, we're fucked. I did not realize there's a cruiser over here. That's just bad map awareness. Yeah, so I'm dead. Not very good with destroyers as well. Yeah, if you play like I just did there, that's going to be a challenging class for you. Found upgraded tier 7 DDs to be very frustrating. Yeah, what a dumb fucking idiot. The guy supposedly had sonar, he knew I was there. I mean, the only possible play I had in the game was to shoot torps at him. But yeah, any tier 7 ship that's unupgraded, you're going to be at a disadvantage. Because again, you got 4 stat categories that you're basically 10% lower than all the other ships at that tier, so... yeah, I bet you I can't even change the loadout, can I? No. I think I like it better with the smoke. It's too limiting. You can see there, once that pair of Akatsukis lit me up, I was just fucked. There was no... Now the question you should ask yourself in response to that is, why were you pushing those 2 Akatsukis when you saw on the map exactly where they were? And you should have been able to see that you had no support, but I missed that tidbit. Let's try the hood. Let's bust out all worse, but we haven't busted this one out for a while. Oh, Boise. Shit. Sorry. I will try to remember that. Man, these have been some garbage games today. Apologize. Yeah, the Cossacks. Some people are bitching about it. Or they're disappointed in what we're getting, but I always just caution people. It used to happen in World of Tanks all the time. They'd see what it was on PC, then they'd see it was changed on the console version, and they'd be mad before they even played the ship. You know, but it's two different games. The ships are balanced differently. Like, I always say play it first, or at least if it's a premium, wait till some other people play it before you actually judge it. USS Texas is still the best Tier 4-7 battleship. Change your mind? I mean, I'd probably go with the worst, personally, but to each his own. I just got a really sour taste in my mind with those low-tier American battleships, because I used to have to play them with George Dewey. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and assume we're not going to get any spotting over here. Not that I necessarily blame. I mean, this guy's a candidate to spot, but he can get blown up if he spots. The Brittany theoretically could spot. I mean, I could spot. I can't. I gotta change my guns, though. Oop. Yeah, I gotta flip them. So what I wanted to do is basically play right where this guy was, and if we had a spotter, we could have been hitting those guys in the broadside right now. But that wasn't meant to be. I think I can hit the Citadel from that angle. Alright, so both their destroyers are spotted over here. Or, not over here, but on the map. Interesting. Alright, so right now, what you want to choose, we got a New York that's 3/4 health, 80% health, whatever it is, or the full health Normandy. Normandy's got a little bit better of an angle. So I'm kind of inclined to shoot at that one, but just due to the fact that the New York's the one that's low, we'd like to get these guns off the game. I wonder if I can shoot this guy with the back guns. No, this thing back here. Look at all. What the fuck is the Brittany doing back there? Königsberg got blown up. Oops. There we go. Ah, yeah. That's a fucking trade right there. Like, it'd be sweet if this guy got in a range to shoot. Well, both Brittany's on both teams are just like, you guys handle this. We'll watch through our binoculars. Alright. Get that off as quick as possible before he gets too angled. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's another fucking ass kicking. Oh, I am very broadside to get that off. That was aggressive, but I should be able to kill this guy now. I mean, the Brittany, if he ever decides to become relevant, he could cause major problems, but until we see any actual evidence of him pulling his head out of his ass, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Nice shot, Jackson.
Main turret critically damaged.
Let's do 3 guns. I don't want to go all the way broadside again. Okay. Let's This guy's starting to ask for it a little bit. Like, get the fuck in here. What are you doing? The longer it takes to kill this guy, the more the New York's gonna get healed. That would be a juicy shot if we can get this. Is he dead? Oh, the Kirov's dead. Saw it on the map, had to take it. Full broadside, right? Yeah, we got A. I guess we gotta flip gun sides again. I didn't want to do it, but this New York, I'm not punishing him. He's sitting there full broadside. But I can't hit him off the right-hand side because then this Normandy can fuck me up. So, we'll switch. Oh yeah. Good. Bullseye. This British commander's got some interesting sounds coming out of him. Imperator's OP, yeah, that's a pretty damn good ship. I mean, when you're not really afraid of tier 5 battleships in the tier 4. Oh. Interesting. This guy's shooting. Holy fuck, man. Now, if you're new to the game and you don't know how to aim, I do have videos on how to aim. Could be helpful. Alright, Normandy. What's the nose armor like? Let's find out. Oh, susceptible. Very susceptible. Here's their Brittany. Full health. Would you look at that? Yep. He's going for the ram. We're just gonna have to kill him. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Why did I overpen him the one shot and not that salvo? No. Come on, Brittany. Kill the motherfucker, will ya? Hey! That's the most useful thing that guy's ever done.
Our team has taken the lead.
Much obliged. Give him credit where credit's due. I was dead. Penetration, yeah. Alright, what to do?
Problem solved.
Guy's not even aiming at me. Look at this cheeky bastard. What?
Victory is in sight.
Okay. 10k, 13k. This guy's getting on my side, which is a bit of an issue here. Still not looking at me yet, but it's tough to choose which one he'd rather angle against. I mean, they both can fuck me up in the sides pretty hard. Alright, that should be the end of them, hopefully. There we go, he did. We sank the battleship. Hey, Bun Bun, how you doing? Alright, well that was relatively... I don't know if necessarily want to call it easy game, but look at that. I was gonna say, look at that destroyer all the way to the southeast, but we don't know where he is. He could have been spotted there 20 minutes ago. Anyway, that's a pretty good brawl there in the Warspite, I thought. D9! Do you want me to explain what just happened? Oh, I understand it. I mean, I don't know the armor values of any of the ships. It's either Boots or JT. I can't remember. One of my mods in my Discord's been putting up armor views on there. And I've been putting them in the resource channel there. So anyone on the Discord, you can go in there. I think we got the Soviet ships. At least the battleships. And maybe some of the cruisers. Armor schemes on there. Well, yeah, unfortunately, looking on the PC version is really the only way we can evaluate the armor. I just don't normally bother. I just kind of play for feel. That's why I like to test out when I get close range to a Normandy like that, can I pen the nose or not? There's only one way to find out. Pull the trigger. But if it doesn't go through, like all those shells blocked there, he could have very easily killed me. So maybe the first time I hit him higher up. Who knows? Alrighty, let's do... Ooh, what's this thing? Albatross. I've never seen that thing. Probably because it's so goddamn hideous. Most battleships have thicker armor values in the waterline. Exactly. Yeah, I was aiming waterline. I thought the reason I repeated that shot is I thought the first time I shot him, I hit him waterline. And so I thought it was fair sailing. But like it was like what we're talking about on that the CNOP earlier. I was trying to point out where you can see, you can actually visually see on a lot of these ships, like the Warspite, you see on the bottom of it, right above the rust belt, but it's kind of angled in. You see the differential colors. Like that's heavily armored compared to, you know, it drops off in the front here. So that's kind of a weak spot. You can visually evaluate these things. But again, unless you have the PC version or you have someone willing to look up the PC values for you, it's very hard to compare the caliber of the guns to the armor values. Which is why I keep suggesting them. We would need an armor viewer in this game, but they do not agree with me. Let's see, what can we do? Let's do one more game. How's the T-7 Russian battleship? I have no idea. Nobody knows, except for the super testers. The battleships are in early access right now, so we have... You could potentially get Tier 3 through 6. I got all of them except for Tier 5. But Tier 7, I have no idea. Could have overmatched the nose and still ricocheted. Oh, that's possible too, yeah. There's more than one armored layer in those. But I mean, typically, I think usually if you're penetrating the outer scheme, even if it's shattering on the Citadel, I think you're still doing better than Bounce in terms of the indicators. Keep suggesting, oh, don't worry about it. I hound them about that all the time. We did have a request for the Marblehead from Battlestar earlier. I don't know if he's still around or not, but could fire it up. Oh, the Boise, fuck. Sorry. You asked me about 1,000 times and I never remembered. Can we see Turpits? Not today, actually. I gotta get... We'll do one more game here, then I probably gotta get rolling, but... What I need to do is just start a list and then put them in the order they're requested. Because I always forget. Usually by the time I hit this screen, I forgot what ship I'm loading in on. Okay. Königsberg, Emerald, Marblehead, Omaha, Kuma. All those cruisers we can ding up. Oh, Battlestar is still here. Yep, here we go.
Action stations.
Why do people refuse to attack the destroyers? Probably mostly because they don't think they're good enough to shoot at them, but the best way to improve your aim is to practice shooting destroyers. Because they're the hardest ship to hit. But if you can't hit them, you need to be able to hit them, so you need to work on your aim. Saying I'm not going to shoot at them because I can hit them, ergo I'm never going to practice, that's piss poor play, and it's unacceptable. You need to shoot destroyers when they pop up. You know, it's sometimes shooting them 15 kilometers across the map is still the best option compared to the other shots you got. So definitely work on that if you don't have those skills. If it's not part of your repertoire, it needs to be. Well, why they don't do it, I think they're just afraid of missing shots or whatever. Who knows? It's not helpful. It contributes to losses all the time. Oops. A little herky-jerky there. I mean, like that New Orleans not shooting those Akatsukis a couple games ago. Completely wrecked my experience. And ultimately led to a loss, so... If you're not good at shooting them yet, you need to be. You need to work on it. Oh! Come on. A little out of my range. Well, I didn't really do any damage there for that opening sequence, but didn't take any damage. Shine Horse is a fan favorite. Yeah, that's probably the most popular premium in the game, I would assume. Always go for the DD shot. You gotta anticipate. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know how to do it, what you do is you zoom in. The left number says 2, right? Or 3 right there. So you multiply it by 3. You got 9. Each tick on that bar is 5. So you're basically aiming 10 in front of them. So let's say we had those numbers pop up, and this is the DD here. Let's say it's going horizontal. You would just aim right about there, and you should hit them. I mean, that's a good starting spot to aim. And then you adjust from there. Some DDs are faster than others, obviously. You gotta... It's not set in stone that that's what it's gonna be, but... That's how it works. Now if he's angled like this, then you gotta start cutting it down. That's for a perfectly broadside calculation. Alright, I don't think my AP would work at this range. Let's try it out though. Cruisers, you're just multiplying that number by 2. Now these Russians are a little slower, I feel like, so I don't aim them or lead them quite as much. I mean, there's a set way to aim, and you can, if you want to aim properly, you can. It's just a lot of people don't like it because you have to do a little bit of simple math, at least when you're learning how to do it. Like a battleship here, he's 6, so this would be pure 6. Then because he's a fast Japanese battleship, we'll give him like 2 or 3 more. Aim right there. Should hit him pretty much dead in the center of the ship. Maybe a little bit. You know, then we can adjust. Okay, so he doesn't look like he's going full speed, or maybe he's just got off of the turn, he's going slower. But, you know, taking that starting place to aim and then adjusting from there. Oof, good shot. That's how I would recommend doing it. Just auto snap. I mean, you can do that. It's not as effective, but it's better than nothing, I guess. I mean, like here, the first time we zoomed in, it was 6, and then the next time 12. Now, did he speed up twice as fast? I doubt it. But if you want to auto aim over islands, it's fine. little risky here. Have to show them the broadside, but it's either that or ground.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Alright, so we got, what do they got? Svetlana, Marblehead, Ishizuki, Brittany. We got both cruisers over here. If these guys had a strategic bone in their body, they might recognize that with me and say we can kill these two quicker. Then it would be a 3-on-2 rather than a 3 versus 4. This guy's actually... God, the Marblehead does not want to slow down. Oh, they're both right over here. Svetlana's low too, so we can actually probably... If these guys don't kick my ass, we could probably do this relatively efficiently. He's turning, nice.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
We're just going to try and stay angled on him. I mean, if you shoot an HE, we're still going to reduce the damage we're taking. The fires will come, but those shells should shatter a little bit more if we're angled. Yeah, he didn't like that. Oh, shit.
Problem solved, sir.
Somehow we've evened up the game. Or actually, we've taken the lead. Someday. What the fuck?
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Who was the first set of torps from? The Marblehead? I assumed it was those torps. Oh, fuck! I was so caught up in my imagination trying to figure out whose torps those were. But anyway, I mean, we gave them a chance. I don't think these guys look like they're inclined to win. Let's just put it that way. 7,000 games, haven't used the assist a single time. You don't have to. I mean, it's less reliable than actually aiming. Now, some people, there's different ways to aim. You can aim purely on feel, and I guarantee you there's people that are good, you know, awesome at aiming that don't do any calculations. But whether or not they're doing the calculations or not, the aim point is the same. You know, the seconds to target is informing you how long the shells are going to take to get there, and then based on how fast the ship is, that's how you aim. You know, so whether you want to do it pure on feel or not, the auto aim is just, it's going to give you a rough idea of where to aim, and if you know how to work it, then you can kind of zero in pretty accurately for like blind firing over islands or something like that. But you're still, if the ship is visually on the screen and you can aim at it properly, you're still going to have the best success doing that method. Going to go for the Prinz Eugen. I mean, we'll see if it's available. If there's nothing else to choose from by the time I get 750, then I'd probably just pick it up, but could take a while. We'll see if they get another one out there now. Boise, alright. I was going to end after that, but let me go to the bathroom quick, and I'll play the Boise. Alright. You all to hear Battlestar? Alright. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I got one bonus game. We'll see how it goes. aiming by, I think, best way. What do you mean by that? By field, mostly? Yeah, you can hit DDs at max range. They're not easy to do, but if they're going to sail in a straight line, you can definitely hit them. Alright, James, thanks for hanging out. Alright, what do we got here? Edinburgh, Lyon. That really sucks because neither of those are going to be inclined to spot for me. I mean, the Lyon might.
General quarters.
So I might actually have to get off a D here. I could play over here, maybe. I mean, it's a little late now. But this, assuming he's got the smoke at the first sign of trouble, he's probably going to smoke up, so he's not going to spot this guy. Battleships, you just never know if they're going to even move at all throughout the game or not. I got one DD of lightning. So the odds are better than even that he's not over here. Here's another one. We got 12. The Richelieu's fast, so we can aim it at the 15. Oh, once he drops that way, then you can't blind fire over the island like that. It would revert to actually shooting right where you're aiming it. But as long as he's targeted, selected, and on the screen, then we could have gotten one more salvo off before he went around there. I'm an auto aim there. That's basically what I'm doing, is just seeing where it zooms in, checking how far below the name is, if it looks like it's actually aimed, and then I usually will just give it a little bit more, you know, maybe 4 or 5 clicks. The quote-unquote auto aim tends to aim behind the ships if it's going to be off horizontally. And now that we see him, we can just go back to aiming properly. Gneisenau's another one. 10 kilometers base. It's a fast battleship though, so we want to give it, you know, 3, 4, 5 ticks of a lead on top of that. Now if he slows down, you can see the smokestacks cutting down. He's clearly moving fairly slow. Then we got to play around with it a little bit. Baltimore, Fletcher rushing into a Baltimore. Let's see how that works. Yeah, we're getting, might have to think about bailing out of here. They're overloading the side pretty heavily. Let's try the AP. That's juicy. Just basically sitting there broadside. Again, we gotta really keep it on. As soon as this Leon's dead, they're gonna push in really hard. Alright, AP works. He's dead in the water, so up. I was banking on him going back. That's why I shot at the back of a ship, hoping to get it in the middle. It's just kind of a gamble you take from time to time. Now we have a problem. Actually, might have to get out. Oh, he's low. Gotta start thinking about leaving this side. I mean, all these cruisers can absolutely fuck me up if they're shooting me in the side like this. Nice. Alright. I'll give us a little bit of time to work with. Edinburgh. Behind the Megami. Does the Megami even see him? Doubtful. I gotta be careful. Looks like he's aiming at me, but I don't think he can get over this island quite in the same way I can. Edinburgh killed the Megami. Well, that's a surprise. Yeah, I think we probably left a little too late, even though we still have some support. These guys are going to get melted very quickly. I got to stop this guy from flanking if possible. Thought he was going to beach. Yes, he does. All right. Come on, baby. Need this guy to die. Preferably before he trains his attention on me and kills me. Yeah, it looks like all our ships are dead. We're fucked. Yeah, I should have just left earlier when we were thinking about it. There. Time to get the fuck out of there. Holy shit. Look at the fucking domination they got on A, and not a single one of them can bother to get on the cap. These fucking greaseballs, man. I don't know why they even bother to play the game. I also don't know why I bothered to turn away from that guy when...
Enemy severely damaged. Enemy heavily damaged.
So I think we did alright this game, but clearly we're not set up for success over here. Promise he's going to spot me before I spot him, since I'm coming around the island, and then he'll get the first shot advantage. If he angles in right now, too, which he should have. I don't know why he didn't. But it should be a fairly easy fight for him to win. Fuck. Couldn't get it off. Yeah, I mean, that's, you can see the firepower of the Boise's there. It's not the most survivable ship, but kind of the key takeaway from that game was when to abandon this position. I could have relocated over here, or potentially behind this island. Probably fairly early. I bet you if I was right behind this island right here, the closest one to me, I could have continued to shoot at these guys. So that was the misplay there, in terms of my perspective. The misplay in terms of my team's perspective is this dog shit that's over here. But anyway, does it have reload booster? No, it doesn't. Greaseball. 80 ships targeting me. Yeah, that's not a ship you want the 4 popping up on your aim indicator. Anyway, no torps is the other problem. I mean, that's very hard to defend yourself if you get rushed in that thing. No radar. It does have sonar, but I always hit the sonar by accident when I'm trying to heal. So I don't functionally have a sonar because it's always on cooldown. Yeah, the Boise is an absolute beast. If you can get it humming, if you get it on maps like Haven, that's a good map estuary. If your team doesn't, if your flank doesn't fold that quickly, we could have probably got 120, 30k by the time we cleared that flank out. But anyway, what are the consumables? Heals. It's got a really good heal. I don't know if you noticed that, but 666, Mark of the Beast. Pretty good damn heal for a cruiser for 20-second duration. I mean, that'll juice that one up. Sonar, 4-kilometer detection. Good, not great, as Comrade Dyatlov would say. And then damage con, pretty standard there. So, I mean, the problem the Boise has is it's very susceptible to being rushed. It can get fucked up from any angle. The armor's just not there to angle. And then there's no torp threat, so if you get pushed, you're dead. Get you the billion next time? No, I'll have to take that that pod out with the Mutsuki. Man alive. That thing kicked the living crap out of me. Alright, guys. You never misplay. Yes, you're right. Everything I do is perfect. No, I had 3 or 4 just absolute eggs that we laid today, which is unfortunate. We had some good games mixed in there too, but normally I'd rather have average to good games instead of bad to good games be in the range, you know, but fortunately I did shit the bed a couple times. All feeders in, Stylo. What's up, Midway? Yeah, the Boise will be interesting to evaluate for ranked as well. I mean, the problem with ranked is if you don't have a good DD player on your team, that ship would suffer pretty hard. You can see there if you have no one spotting for you, you're shut down. You know, it's not a lot you can really do. You got to be behind cover. Open water doesn't have the dodge ability, doesn't have the armor. The high floating arcs, it's tougher to shoot when you're kiting, trying to shoot rapidly, so it's not ideal. You can get away with kiting if you have to, but you know, those American cruisers, generally you want to be parked by an island, having someone spot for you. Anyway, that'll do it for me today. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. A lot of great support again. We had Benjamin becoming a member, David Gray, Kevin, Antil Zaveni, Jay the Cat, Rocketfish, all with donations. Sean, Kevin, Conomer, either new members or upgraded memberships. So, once again, awesome support. Great turnout. A lot of you guys have been hanging out for the entire stream, watching out, hitting the like button, hopefully. So, all those are great ways to support the stream. Appreciate it. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, you guys did too. And I'll see y'all later. All right, peace.